Yo, what up, bro? What up? What up, Jamaris Thompson? What's up, bro? Back again, man. Let me get some more of my niggas up in here real quick. Yeah, man. See, I want to talk about more about these topics and shit, man. Day after day, man. Cause we need to talk about the shit like that, man. How shit go down. And women are just the whole logic, pure logic, you know. And I feel like we should just talk about more about this shit all the time, man. You know. Yeah, Midtime Gladiator. All right, Ernest, I can invite you in, bro. All right, hold up. Let me send it to you one more time. Hold up, bro. Just join it, and that's it. It's a difference between being single by choice and not having a choice. Yeah, man. J-Mo, man. I'm going to make a video about that, too. Because shit like that always goes down. All right. That's the live stream. If anybody want to join in. Yo.
Hey.
Yo. What's up, bro?
Oh, man.
Oh, shit. I think he stopped up. Oh, let me do that one more time.
Bro, my bad, my phone lost signal.
Oh, okay.
Commercials and shit.
Yeah, man. We got Ernest here in the building with us on the podcast, man. We're just talking about things like being single and why is it not really a big deal like that. We talk about some other shit too. You got J-Mo. What's going on?
What's the word?
Yeah, man. We just talk about topics like being single and why it's really not a big deal like that, and people make it seem like it's a big deal. Shit like that. And this a whole red pill logic, man. Get some of y'all thoughts on.
How do I feel about it? Oh, my bad, brother.
Oh, you go first. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was gonna let brother talk. I heard him talking, and I was gonna see how he felt about it. I was gonna let him get it.
Me personally, like I said in the comments, I left a comment not too long ago saying that it's a difference between being single by choice and not having a choice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And basically, you have most guys out here who, because guys, we're the ones that pursue the relationship. Period. Like women just wait around for a relationship to come, but the men have to like pursue a relationship with a woman. But if he's pursuing and he's not getting results, then that kind of leave him in a place where it's like, it's not normal. Like he doesn't feel normal because he hasn't been able to experience relationships which are mainly seen as common.
Yeah, man, absolutely, man. Because a lot of guys, only I get this at work, always brag to you about their relationships and how many women they been with and all that shit. And that shit kind of, it don't irritate me. Just kind of just like, damn, bro. I mean, you losing all your money to a bitch that been ran through.
Right. Yeah. And in the black community, it's very different because a black man is measured. His manhood is measured by how many women he can like get with, how many relationships he done had, and his ability to attract black women. That's his measurement when it comes to being a man. It ain't about how much money he make. It's not about what his career goals are and what his plans are to achieve his goals and pursue his career. It's all about how many chicks is he knocking down, or does he have the ability to attract every chick that he come across?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm glad you said that because, man, all my cousins and all of them who's dealing with all like women and shit is always broke, asking me for money, always asking me, hey man, can I borrow this and that? No, look at they got kids, So that's your goal. Like I'm trying to attract all the women, but it come with consequences too. It all come with guts and glory. Like, oh, I can attract her because she got a nice ass, she got a nice body. I'm gonna attract her. So hopefully I get all the recognition from the black community, That's all it is,
Right.
Hey, how do I feel about it, brothers? It's like, all right, I work at, we were just talking about it 2 days ago, bro. I think it was like a day ago or 2 days ago, about a day and a half ago. Like half my co-workers, and I'm gonna leave it alone because I know I'm gonna be off work for a week, and I'm going to H-Town tomorrow. But I noticed, like, out of a handful of my coworkers, I noticed like half of them that's married. I either born money from a guy that is married, and he born from a guy that is single. And it's crazy. I'm like, damn, okay. If you're a foreman or a leaderman or whatever, you making $20 an hour. Why is you born from guys, that's going through the similar same thing, but you the high grade, you the high paying person, but you broke though. But you dating a chick, you living with a chick that don't work, live on Section 8, and you made a baby with her. And I'm like, how these motherfuckers not know that? Okay, you meet a chick at the club or whatever, and then she like, well, I got 3 kids, and all of a sudden you got to take that pill and swallow it. Like, you know what? Damn, she on Section 8, she got 3 kids, it's not mine. And and it's like, and then it's like, damn, some of these guys, I ain't gonna lie, brothers, we 100 step past these dudes. It's fucking up.
Yep. Absolutely, like, man.
It is because making $20 an hour. You know why I beat making I got me a little spot right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, little like my little spot and got my car and everything. But $20 an hour, shit. You know what I can do with $20 an hour? Shit, man.
Yeah, man.
Right.
It's just women in the manosphere just love to judge. Yeah, you go, bro. My bad. Cut you.
Oh no, and I like to piggyback off that. And it's not just the women that judge. You're judged by men as well, and more often than so than you are judged by women.
Yep.
Women, I mean, for the most part, men are you're more surrounded by men than you are women normally. So it's the man that's applying the pressure and trying to like figure out what you're doing as far as your status, as far as being attractive to women and things like that, And not only that, like the only reason why I want to focus on the comment that I mentioned earlier about like most people don't have a choice, and why it's important for them to have relationships is because not only are they pressured by society, but they're pressured by their families, like their mothers and their fathers and their siblings. They're constantly asking, when are you gonna get a girlfriend? When are you gonna get into a relationship? When are you gonna bring in some grandbabies, or when you gonna bring in some nieces and nephews for your siblings and shit like that?
I can't stand that shit.
I can't stand this. I don't even go to family reunions no more. Oh my god, man.
Yeah, but for me, is I learned how to laugh at people that say that. It's like when I ask me when you gonna ask those same questions, like when they kidnap me first, when they kidnap me, or when they call my bluff,
Fact.
when they kidnap me or call my bluff. Like I said, I will bluff my way out of any type of relationship. I will do everything in my power, and I will tell every single. You know how some dudes lie to get laid, to get with the girl.
Fucking yeah. Hell fucking
I lie to get them away from me.
Yep.
I lie to repulse them and get them away.
Yep.
I'm a smart aleck to repulse them to get them away from me.
Mm-hmm.
I will act overly nice to get them away from me. And for the most part, up until recent, this has worked. Up until recent, it's worked. I mean, 33 years, I got a good run.
Mm-hmm.
I will bluff. I will be a smart ass. I will lie. I will say that I'm much smaller than I actually am. I will tell them I got a 1/4-inch dick.
Shit, nowadays you ain't really got to do too much to like turn a girl off. You walking on eggshells when you dealing with women in the first place, bro. You text her and you spell the word wrong, and she'll ghost on your ass. She'll flake on your ass. You be like, damn.
Look here, if it's an American, I will spell color COLOUR on purpose. If it's a Brit, I will spell color COLOR.
Yep.
Hey, brother, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm gonna say this. When I first probably got back on Facebook, and when I first got back on there like a few days ago, that's when I met I met my brother right at the top, my brother right up there. I got back on there, I had so many fucking friend requests, but I'm glad I see my brother right at the top, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna say this. They had so many fucking women that wanted to be friends with me, but I'm gonna tell you what their main thing was, trying to scam my ass.
Yep.
Oh.
And then they kept asking me, yeah, you want $3,600, $36,000, whatever the fuck they were saying. I swear to God, my right hand to God. They kept asking me, well, just give me your bank account. You just want this much of money. I'm like, well, goddamn, I'm just touching back down on Facebook, and it went from one to two, and all of them was friends on my page. I'm like, and then the last one that came to my page yesterday, I said, don't come to my page talking that same shit. I don't remember what I told her in that text because I deleted it. But when I deleted it, I told her that shit, and that bitch cursed me out because it was the fucking honest truth. She tried to scam me to get her broke ass, and I told her broke ass to get a fucking job, and she got mad and called her. I'm like, you ain't that same bitch from yesterday that asked me, you know what I'm saying, I want some money, And also
Tell her
that
to fuck a
bitch,
dude with
I'm
money.
like, hell no, man.
Tell her to fuck a dude with money. You know?
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm
No,
like,
she
you
gonna
can't win no money off Facebook.
right. Well, she gonna take your money and she gonna fuck whoever she fucking for free.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Tell her to fuck a dude with money.
Man, I called all kind of bitches and hoes. This is what I do because I don't give a fuck.
See, I don't curse the person out. I tell them to go
because
watch the street
I used to
corner.
try to.
Tell them to go watch the street
I used to
corner.
get chicks in my inbox. My fault.
It's all right.
Yeah, I used to get bitches in my DMs all the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? They'll try to like start like a conversation with me. Then the next thing I know, they send me a link that directs me to their fans only account, you know, or OnlyFans account. And yeah, it's like, so you want me to pay to watch you fuck a nigga for free? Like, is that nigga that you fucking on your fans OnlyFans?
I don't see why niggas do that dumbass shit.
Yeah, like, yeah, talk about it. Talk about it. Why do they do that shit? Like, what? And plus, you can Google half that shit because most of the fans only girls, they videos and pictures get leaked. So you can just Google the shit, or you know what I'm saying? Go to a particular website to see everything that they posted on OnlyFans.
Yep.
It's leaked for free. Yeah.
From my
they leaked that shit, bro.
Human psychology is basically wanting, especially with heterosexual men, it is psychology of wanting to have some sort of connection with the woman.
Fact.
Now, when it comes, they don't care. I mean, especially in a society where men are where there are a lot of men heavily restricted. Now, I'm not a psychologist. I didn't study psychology except for in books here and there. But I also study myself. But in this society where men are heavily restricted in their access to a female connection, they will take a connection of any kind, whether it be with a woman by themselves, Jilling off, or with a woman fornicating with another man. They will literally take any form of connection, of any type of connection.
Talk about it.
And
Talk about it.
they're literally, well, like I said, it's due to isolation from things. They don't understand if they go on certain websites within their neighborhood, they can find something. It may not be the best. I mean, first off, if they're gonna do that, they might as well not be selective. But it's also hardwired that we want the best quality. And to be honest with you, whether they're on a street corner or online, that is not the best quality. That is actually the same quality is that if you were to go on a street corner. It may not look like the same quality, but quality is both external and internal at the same time.
Yeah.
Like,
you know,
one of the reasons why I don't shame men for being virgins is because women have given up their virginity to a piece of trash.
Facts.
And have jumped on rooster to rooster to rooster to rooster. I don't shame men for being virgins. In fact, I wish I'd have kept my virginity, because that would put me one step up above a woman who fornicated once.
Facts.
Oh yeah, man, because women gotta have it. They gotta have it 24/7. They got to. They got to have it.
In a way, in a way that if they connected with a man that had roughly around the same libido as them and drained their balls before they went to work, before they went out the house, or when they came in the house, they wouldn't be having first off, we don't have that today. Them days are gone. The second you leave the house and they drain your balls, they're draining another dude. They're draining the milkman's balls, the mailman's balls, the UPS delivery guy's balls, the Iceman's balls.
They got dudes flying them out and shit. They got dudes willing to cash out on the flight and shit, and and all that good shit. Like they got access to all different types of men, rich men.
If
you know what I'm saying?
If it was a Concorde flight, if they still had the Concorde, a supersonic passenger, there will be women. There's probably a dude that would pay for all the way in England that would pay for this chick's fare on a Concorde from America, from Midwest, all the way to England, rail her out and send her back on a Concorde red eye back to the Midwest, and the husband would be none the wiser.
Fact.
Because in them times that there's probably dudes who did that, and they're probably mad. I mean, one of the reasons that they were mad is because the Concorde is not being developed anymore. Like pay for meals and everything for the Concorde.
Right. If it was up to me, she wouldn't be going nowhere. Matter of fact, I wouldn't even be with her because I'm like this. Just like where I stayed in Texas, motherfuckers killing their wives and shit like that. But at the same time, they blue pill. You know what I'm saying? They thinking that, you know what I'm saying? Like they thinking that, all right, like, all right, say how we all red pills or whatever. We already know how women is. So when she go cheat, you might as well kiss it goodbye. You know, if you out there on the scene and you red pill, you still dating, and you already know she don't come home at a certain time, kiss it goodbye. Facts. So when you tell her something, you already know what it is. When she get mad, like, you know what, just get the fuck up out of here. I'm not dating no more. But if you do get a piece of pussy and she get mad because you don't take her serious, because she's a fucking hoe and we red pill, we know about the games.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But you ain't gotta let her know, just play her game and then do your own thing, you know what I'm saying? Belongs at the end of the day, you already know how women is, man. They're a part of Satan's work.
You know what I was told. You know what I was told all the time. Said you need to, like, besides the whole, you need to settle down. I need to water my personality down. I was told that I need to water my personality down.
I was told that too, but I was told in a different way. You need to mature and grow up. That bullshit, you know.
No, it was that I have friends.
I was told I need to be hip.
That didn't say shit about maturing. They told me I need to water my personality down.
Right. They're like, you ain't hip enough. You gotta have swag. You gotta have, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because they want you to dumb yourself down for real, to attract the female. Because the female, they're at a lower frequency than men are. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So that's why they say if you ever were to go up to a woman or approach a woman, don't say too much. Let her do all the talking. You know what I'm saying? So
now, for me, it's like about I'm gonna bring my last video into this. Now, I have not shared any more than a few words with unit's new commander, but from my understanding of how the command works, I have standards. You know, I have certain standards that have to be met or exceeded.
Yep.
And my standards have been the same as soon as I found a red pill, which was a little later in life. And then I look back at all the women that I've served under, 2 of them, only 2, have ever either met or exceeded the standards. 2. And I've served under staff sergeants. I've served under sergeants. I've seen corporals. I've seen lieutenants. I've seen lance corporals. I've seen all up and down the chain of command, but only 2 have ever earned my respect. Not just because of their rank, but because of how they run things. Now, I will honestly say that if I were to actually care about the level system, being that I've actually just read the level system, I would be a level 3, because of circumstances. Am I prepared to go level 5? You fucking bet your ass I am.
Yep.
I've been ever since I found the red pill in MGTOW. I've been preparing to go level 5, to stay fuck 4 and go straight to 5.
You might as well go to 5. You might as well go to 5 because I'm gonna tell you like this, brother. Ain't nothing gonna change, and I hate to say it like this because we all grown men in this motherfucker. But why stay?
I signed a contract.
Ain't nothing gonna change.
I signed a contract.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I hear that. I feel that.
As soon as I go to 5, as soon as the contract's done and I get my my papers that say I got fuck you money, I'm going straight to 5. I've got 11 years of this contract.
Okay, Wolf, I feel you.
I've got 11 years in. So that means I got I'd say about 9 years I'll have my fuck you money at 41. And then some. Now, I will have my fuck you money. After my fuck you money. Now, determining what I might do will determine on what I have. What I have to what I got on monetary value, property value. If I'm below a certain amount, level 5. If I'm above a certain amount, I might go 4, maybe 3. I might stay at 3, maybe go to 4. But if I'm below a certain amount of money, fuck you. I'm going to 5. I'm taking my knives, my crossbow, my bows and arrows, my crossbow bolts, my bows and arrows, my fishing rods.
If you gotta strip that bitch naked, if you gotta strip her ass naked, throw up.
And look, let me break this to you. You can make clothes. You can make clothes out of deer skin. You can make pants out of deer skin. You
gonna show her that day though how to make her clothes and strip her ass down to nothing.
You can make pants out of deer skin. You can make a nice warm shirt out of. You can if you can manage to successfully kill a bear. You got yourself a little winter damn jacket.
Hey, you know what you can do? You know what you can do? You would get rid of a bitch, strip her ass down, and give her a shotgun, and let her go on the way to go kill a bear and get her clothing. That's the hardest way.
Yep.
No. That's it. Give her a bow and arrow. Give her a bow and arrow.
A rock. I get that bitch a rock and be like, good luck.
Hell yeah. But the same way how we talking is the same way how they feel about us. I'm telling you.
The thing is, I made that video for the freaking anti-MGTOW people. The thing is, it's not that we don't respect women; it's that we have high standards on who we respect.
Facts.
Yeah, it's like when you have respect for yourself, it's like they don't like that. Like you're supposed to just not love yourself. Like, fuck that.
Let me break this to you. They ain't got a damn excuse with me because if there's women that have exceeded my standards, why the fuck can't they?
Yep.
Because
I'm not their husband. Now I'm not their husband, and nor do I look forward to being their husband. I don't know the full story at home, but I know the full story at the commands. Actually, I do know the story about one of them at home and how their households run. And their households run pretty nicely, you know? So I can't blame this bullshit of them fucking having the lack of respect on the military. So I've seen the inside of a petty officer, second class going on a first class. I've seen the inner workings of their household. So this BS, I can't blame on the military.
Hey, bro, hold on. Hey, y'all, hold on. Miss Allegiance took my fucking name. Now she talking like me, y'all. Y'all see that shit? Penny Proud. You see that shit at the top?
Don't engage.
Oh, that's her right there.
Block that bitch.
The thing is,
Bumpy face ass. Bumpy face. You see Bumpy face?
The thing is,
Bumpy knuckles.
The thing is, if you let people alone, leave people, let them do what they do, and ignore them, and just rarely engage with them, and very carefully engage with them, for the most part, they leave you alone. There might be somebody that might take my name, and you know what? I'm not going to react to it.
No, bro. Brother, I didn't mean to say like they. I didn't mean to say it like I was reacting to it, but I was surprised because I'm on the live. I'm on the live with all my red pill brothers. But when I see my name pop up, I'm like, it shocked me. You know, I'm like, I don't know who it is, Penny Proud. So we gonna leave it alone, y'all, because she have no life, y'all. So we gonna leave it alone. We'll get back to what we talked about.
Right. Yeah, I just want to
Money AD too, like Money AD. I hope Money AD don't come in here like, oh my God.
I just want to speak on it. You know. And
let me break this to you. Okay. I go wherever the hell I damn well please.
Yep.
I go on whoever's live stream. I go and feel like I do it. You know.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're beefing with somebody. I'm gonna go see what's going on the other side of the pond. That's why I picked the name Wind.
Yep.
The wind, you can't really contain the wind. You basically the wind does whatever the fuck it wants to do. If it wants to form tornadoes, it's gonna form a fucking tornado. If it's gonna form a fucking hurricane, it's gonna fucking form a hurricane. If it wants a gentle fucking breeze, guess what?
Speak it, brother.
Gentle fucking breeze.
I'm gonna say this, man. I'm glad us all as man, you know, like touching down on certain bases, because these days the environment, you know, it don't matter if you live on a third bird, I can't get the words out. It don't matter where you live, but the news and like a lot of people that's around to try to keep us from really associating with each other about this red pill shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they want to continue to believe.
The news
lies.
The news
these bitches really love us. They really fucking don't. Because all of them fucking think just alike. I swear to God. Like, it's no fucking way. Like I'm gonna tell you like this. We all fall here. Brother got a different mind. You got a different mind. You got a different mind. I got a different mind. And like the conversations we bringing out is different things. I just couldn't go to y'all page and be like, you know, like say the same shit. You be like, damn, you just told me the same shit yesterday before. Like, that's like how they try to get me on that money thing. I'm like, everything was the same Texas. Like everything. I'm like, that's why I cursed the bitch out, because I'm like, damn, the last bitch told me the same shit. I'm like, and that's why I said, all y'all bitches think just alike. I said, motherfucker, I'm a motherfucking red pill. And that bitch got mad than a motherfucker. She probably already knew about us already.
I'm going to address something with Wolf. He asked, do you gentlemen follow the philosophy methods? Where does God or the grand architect fit in your gentleman's live stream? Now, me, I was raised Muslim. Now, me, I regularly talk to MGTOW Savior.
Yeah.
He's Christian. and there's other MGTOW that follow different religions. How the red pill follow, how MGTOW and red pill follow. For me, in Islam, let's just say in Islam, if this was an Islam or an Islamic country, a lot of these women would never have the opportunity to flaunt their bodies because they would be covered from head to toe in Islamic garb. If now this country claims to be a Christian country, but if it were a Christian country, the same thing. But the only thing different is their face would not be covered. Their hair would be covered and their whole body would be covered in a habit.
And I did a video too about that.
A country of Christianity.
Yeah.
If there was truly a country of Jewishness, again, their hair will be covered with a garb and their whole body will be covered in a garb. The same as I think Buddhism or Shinto, it will be either a form of kimono. It will be a kimono. And have you know that there's a trend here. Each religion of the world has the woman covered from head to toe in their own traditional garb. Kimono, some sort of long dress to hide their figure.
Yeah, man. I'm glad you said that. Like you said, everybody Christian or whatever. Like, if you ever go to like a Christian church, like those are the most sluttiest women you ever gonna meet. Like, man,
yeah.
Man, they fucking.
They go there to attract men. They go in there looking for a husband, so they gotta dress all skimpy just to attract the husband or attract the preacher, maybe.
When I found that out, boy, I said it's broken in his religion. Like something's broken.
Right. Hell yeah.
Like,
the law of the land is broken. The law of the land is broken. That's what's broken. The law of the land, because that's why they're having such a hard time taking over Islam. Because you cannot enter the mosque without some sort of garb.
Right.
Now, I've been to a church. I've been kicked out of a church. You know, I've been kicked out of a church because I was invited to a church on Wednesday. Friday night, I went to the club. Went to the club, saw the same Friday and Saturday. I went to the club, saw the same women that on Sunday, on that Sunday, were dropping it like it was hot and backing it up, and wobble and twerking at the club Friday and Saturday, and now they want to wear the same familiar ass dress on Sunday. Claiming they is Christians now. They is Christians now, and they don't do, and they does not do that.
So next time, it's all fake, man. Like all fake.
So I decided to investigate it for one more day. Friday. Oh wow, this chick looked familiar. This chick like somebody I had seen last Sunday, Saturday, and Friday. So Friday, Saturday, and you know what? As I was getting dressed for that church that Sunday, I poured me a flask and got me a couple of beers and put them in my freaking jacket. And now I didn't sat in the back row. I didn't sat in the center. I sat right in front of the pastor in the first damn pew. And when he started his sermon, I pulled out that flask, opened it, and began to sip. I didn't get belligerent. I just decided to sip that flask. And he says, You're gonna have to get rid of that. Okay, then I cracked open a can of beer. It's like, you're gonna have to leave. All right. But as I'm leaving, I said this. Before I leave, I want to say this. The majority of you were here, were at the club Friday and Saturday. And
Yep.
the past 2 Fridays and Saturdays. And
Yep.
today, like the last Sunday, you tried to claim that you don't do that stuff, like that you're sanctified, that you're Christian now. But I know for a fact that the person dude over there ain't your husband. The dude who you was backing that thing up for on the dance floor ain't your husband that you're sitting next to right now. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
See,
And that goes like that's for the main reason why once I took the red pill, I started to notice that you notice that females that's in relationships, they act more single than actual single women. You know,
Yep.
a chick in relationships got time to go out more than an actual single woman. A
90
woman in a
days.
relationship got more time to go out further and travel than an actual single woman. It's like
90 days. 90 days.
Yeah.
90 days.
yeah.
They won't make it to 30. They won't make it past. Most of them won't make it past 30.
Cause man,
90
women
days.
got that. Women got that just. Cause they say what women when she at her sexual peak is when she 18. When she 18, she trying to get everybody lined up.
Mhm.
Everybody lined up.
When she's 16, when she's 12, she's
Right.
getting everybody lined up.
Oh hell yeah, hell
You
yeah,
ever heard of a game called Hide and Go Get It?
right.
Yeah.
I never
Truth or
did.
dare
Hide
and
and
all
Go
that
Get It.
shit.
I mean, I'm
And they-
explaining to the people who in the audience that don't know what Hide and Go Get It is. Hide and Go Get It is this chick hides, you go find this chick, and you get it in. Now, in some cases, they will hide well for some dudes and will literally expose themselves for another dude. Which end, like I said, growing up, which end of which receiving end do you think I was on?
Yep.
It wasn't. Let's just say when I came through, they were motherfucking special forces. Let's just say when they said hide, go get it, and and I started counting while everybody else is counting, I'm walking my ass on home because I knew what the fuck was about to happen.
Yeah, man. They already got you. They already know if they really want to fuck you from right there and go. They really want to do it.
Right.
That's facts, man.
Why? I mean, sometimes I waited till after they started counting. Then I started walking my ass on home.
Right,
You know, I had a Sega Genesis
right.
hooked up to the fuck television,
Right.
and I just said the hell with it. You know,
And
if they gonna do shit, they gonna do it before I fucking get to the fucking front door.
Facts.
You know,
That's why
if not, guess what? They're gonna be some disappointed ass broads because I'm not playing no fucking games with people. I stopped playing games at a young age. You know.
Yep. Facts.
That's why I don't get like the 3-strike rule. Like if you don't get it the first night, try the second date or the third date. Hell no, the bitch gonna put out on the first date. Matter of fact, you ain't even gotta go on no first date. She'll put out within like the moment when you meet her, bro. For real, bro.
I'm not.
Like, if she likes you like that. If she doesn't,
look here. I'm not laying in a sack until I meet at least one or both of their parents.
facts.
I don't care if they're in the grave. I want to see how their interaction with one or both of their parents. We ain't laying in a sack until I meet your mom or your dad, or both. If they're in the ground, and you're emotional, and they're emotional when they visit their grave. Okay, we might be able to do something here. We might be able to roll in the hay.
Moral shit.
But if they cold as hell and call Papa a Rolling Stone, that shit ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, you know what's coming. You know, they these hoes got into it with they like. I met this one bitch. She I can't stand my father. You know.
Well, see, women typically date people who are similar to their fathers. If you can't stand your father, that means you can't stand me.
Right.
Facts.
Well, nowadays they just go off of what's popular. Like if majority chicks like this type, then the regular bitch just gonna follow along, even though that may not be her type. But since that's popular, that's the thing that's trending right now. She gonna go along with this. So bitches have no mind of their own. They got the flock mentality. They don't think for themselves at all.
She better get ready to have the chloroform in the trunk. She better know how to make chloroform. Because let me break this to you. Hold on. I had to adjust my stuff. Chloroform. Because guns aren't going to work with me. You know, putting a knife through my throat is not going to work with me. I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm at the age where I'm waiting. I am literally waiting to drop. I am patiently waiting to drop. And for me, patiently waiting to drop, do you honestly think that pointing a gun at me is going to work to get me to capitulate?
Yep.
I might help you pull the trigger.
Yeah, you a hardcore MGTOW, man. Like, what do you say to women? Let me ask you a question. Like, do you have a channel, or do you like express your same mindset on? Yeah. So when you let me play devil's advocate, and when you speak about this particular topic, how you speaking right now, and if women like come to you and like, who hurt you, or are you hurt? What would be your response to that individual woman or the women
Nobody hurt me anymore. I could hurt any more than I could hurt myself.
Yeah. I get asked that question a lot too. Who hurt you? What, you gonna let all women mess it up for you?
No. Nobody hurt me any more than I can hurt myself.
Yep.
It's just now they got to do a little bit more work. It's just a little bit more work. Now they got to kidnap me. Now they got to do a little bit more work to get me. Yep. Now they're gonna show me that they're willing to put in the freaking work. Now they got to kidnap my ass.
All right. What can I ask you another question? What brought you to MGTOW? Like, what made you discover the red pill and all that?
I discovered it was in the big. First off, I got oh boy, I was deployed to Jordan. My first encounter with MGTOW. Oh boy, I laugh about this because I could have shortened the amount of the red pill rage. Then it was my first encounter with MGTOW was actually watching it overseas in Jordan, and my second encounter was halfway through my deployment. It was like within the first month of my deployment was my first encounter. About 2 months after that. And I'm like, you know what? These dudes make absolutely perfect sense. And I literally burnt. You know how much we have these back in over there. They have these things called internet pucks, where you pay monthly or biweekly for how many datas you want. At first, I had gotten like maybe the 10 gigs. With MGTOW, I was buying 50 gigs, 50, 25 gigs, 25, 50 plus gigs of internet data services with the internet puck. I went from 10 to 50 gigs with MGTOW. Once
Damn.
I figured out with the red pill. See, 10 gigs would have lasted me a month back then. But when I discovered MGTOW, 50 gigs was barely enough. 50 gigs a day, that was barely enough. And I was binge watching and I finally understood it. And I went through red pill rage overseas. But
Wow.
I had to let it out in 7 to 10 round bursts.
Wow. So what was that like? Like, describe in detail, like, what was your red pill experience like? Did you confront a woman, or did you what was that? What occurred during your red pill raid?
I had to go to. I basically, every time we went to the shooting range, I volunteered.
Mm.
And every time it was a heavy weapon, I volunteered. Explosives, I volunteered. Rappel tower, I volunteered. M4 range or M4 training range, I volunteered. 50 cal, freaking 240, 249, shotgun, whatever I could. The governor's 20, governor's 21. I volunteered for anything and everything just to get that rage out. I didn't care if I hit a broadside of a barn, couldn't hit the broadside of a barn from 20 feet away. I volunteered.
Wow. Just
to get that rage out. The barrels that they literally had to change the barrels of freaking of the Modus, the 240, everything, because of a red pill rage.
Right. And I'm sorry, go ahead.
And it was like, by the time the deployment was over, I was relative to a point where I could actually function. But even then, I was still binge watching, and I was getting to the point where I'm getting sick of people beating around the bush, Right. And it's like frustrating, and over and over and over and over and over and over. It's like beating around the bush. So I'm more of a direct approach. Like, just go freaking mow the goddamn bush over with the lawnmower and get it the hell over with. And I sat there for about a year after the deployment and went on pizza delivery. I said, you know what? Fuck this. I'm going to say this, because I had a female manager who was a piece of shit.
All right, what happened?
Yeah, she was a bitch. First off, this is how bad she was. She turned a man gay.
Whoa.
Damn.
She turned a man gay. Full on gay. Beyond the point, cross dressing, goddamn.
Whoa.
Full on dress wearing gay.
She.
How did she do that?
Emasculate the fuck out of that.
I have no
nigga.
idea, but her personality, I can believe it.
Damn.
You have to be a weak man, like a weak-minded man, to let a female turn you full.
Or a really trash woman.
Or a blue pill simp. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
You either are a weak man, or it's a trash ass woman, or both. And that's why I like lesbians. You know why I like lesbians? Because they take two trash pieces of ass off the market.
Yes. And you know this, man.
Well, I think lesbians is mad because they can't control men, so they try to be a man and go gay.
Let me break this to you. Let me break this to you. I see it as two trash pieces of ass off the market.
Facts. And that coincides with my red pill and how I discovered the red pill. Because when I was dealing with this lady, she was much older than I was, by the way, because I was blue pill simp. So I would take anything that I can get at this point. All right. So I dated an older woman because I was pretty much saying whatever. At least I got something. But at this point, I was while I was dating her, I used to get my hair done at the salon up the street from her home. And this dyke used to do my dreads and stuff like that. and I end up introducing my girl to the dyke that used to do my dreads, and they end up getting cool or whatever,
Oh
and
shit.
they end up getting you know where I'm going with this, right? They end up getting cool, and then all of a sudden, like one day, I call her up, and I didn't get an answer, and I try to like get in contact with her, couldn't get a hold of her at all. 2 days then went past before she finally called me, and she was talking about like some shit that was dealing with her father and things like that. So I'm like, cool. So I end up, going to see her or whatever. And one day I just checked her phone, and I went all the way back to the date in which she disappeared for those 2 days. This bitch had pictures of her and the dyke bitch that I introduced her to in Vegas. It turns out she had rented a car and took this dyke bitch to Vegas for 2 days without telling me. She just disappeared.
Damn.
That's why I don't trust the dyke. Do not trust the dyke. Cause go ahead.
Let me break this to you. If any chick that I ever slept, if any chick I mess with from here and out wants to mess with another woman, okay, okay, I'll allow it, but I will walk my ass out the picture.
That's what I did, and that's when I discovered the red pill, which saved my life. That saved my life because
And it saved my life.
I was willing to fight over her. I was gonna fight over her. I was gonna kill over this bitch, bro. And if I didn't discover the red pill, I would have killed that dyke bitch over this fucking old ass trifling broad that got like 4 grown kids. She got 4 grown kids. And I would have killed. I would have been a blue pill simp to kill over this bitch. I was gonna, man. I was gonna go to jail over this bitch. And if I didn't discover the red pill, bro, I'd be in jail, bro. I swear to you, I'll be in jail right now. The red pill saved my life.
Yeah, and that's why I said 90 days. 90 days. Within that 90 days, I don't have, like I said, after that 90 days, that's when I start thinking about getting an attachment. And you still got to pay the union dues. You know? You still got to pay the union dues. And like, continuing on with that. It's like, and it's like, continue on. Back to another topic. It's like, you asked me, like, so what do I mean? I'm going to clarify what I mean by nobody can hurt me any more than I can hurt myself. Now, the reason I say that is because there's cultures around the world. There's cultures in many islands that will literally pierce their tongues and bleed their tongues out themselves with a freaking rod and offer the blood from their tongues to the fire. They will literally stab their tongues. There are cultures that believe that if they touch fire and they do not cringe and scream, that they can withstand pain of being a man. There were cultures in Japan that still in a way. Actually, there's two sections of the culture in Japan that if you were ever dishonored as a warrior, you would, or rather than to surrender, you would stab yourself with a freaking short dagger, run it across your body, and then quick upward thrust, and you would have a friend to lop your head off. And if you didn't have any friends left, you just literally sat there and in pain, and you could not make a sound. And another subsection of that culture is the Yakuza. As to where if they ever wronged their lord, they would literally take a dagger and cut off a tip of their pinky and present it to their daimyo.
Damn.
So nobody can hurt me any more than I can hurt myself.
Right.
Like you can literally beat the crap out of my body. But if I let you, if I am powerless to defend myself and you beat the crap out of my body, that's only physical pain. Physical pain, even though in animals, it is good. It is a good training factor to teach the animal that fire is hot, that this is bad, this and that and the other. The pain of the olfactory sensors with of pepper spray or a skunk spray, that's only physical pain. What it is like what it is you're letting them delve into your mind and give you mental pain. That's the thing. Like you let them delve into your mind and give you the mental pain to train you. You are a human being. There's a reason that dogs, cats, rats, apes of many kinds, and many other creatures learn and are trained through pain. Human beings, if they're of the lesser mindset, they can be trained through pain. But there are some human beings that cannot be trained through pain, that have to be put through torture. And through that torture comes the mental pain. Here's the term of Pete. This is where many things of PTSD has come into play. Many people can't handle taking a life. Many people can't handle watching somebody die in front of them.
Yep.
I've watched my mother die. I've watched my father die. I've become stronger for it. I've seen petty officers that I actually like show up to work one day, and next you know, you find out they blew their brains out.
Damn.
I've seen fellow specialists, fellow soldiers of mine, like literally get out the military, and next you know, you find out they blew the brains out. So I've seen my fair share of death. I've seen my fair share of death that are caused by another woman. I've seen my fair share of death that's not caused by women. So can I handle taking a life? I'm not gonna say that because maybe I can, maybe I won't. Maybe I can, maybe I can't. I'm not gonna say that because directly I haven't been in that situation where I've taken a human life. Have I slaughtered an animal for food? Yes, I have.
Yeah.
Have I given an animal a name to be slaughtered for food? Yes, I have. Would most people call me a monster? Most people would. But if it push come to shove, if it's me or an animal that is useless, I'm picking the useless. The useless animal is going to be on my dinner table. My dog can be trained to hunt, so that is not a useless animal. A goat cannot be trained to hunt. A male goat cannot be milked for milk, so that animal is going to be done. It's going to be gone. Like, I cannot say that I would take that I'm capable of taking a human life because I've never been in that situation. I've been close to that situation because when somebody threatened me, my life, and a family member's life, I was prepared to take their life with my bare hands. But can I say would I sleep well? No, because I don't know, because I've never taken their life. I was stopped before I took somebody's life.
Yeah.
But would I have slept well? I probably would have.
Man, I don't think I could do it. I remember back in the day when I was little, I kicked a dog once, and I still can't live with myself. I still have a hard time sleeping. You know what I'm saying? Even though I just kicked it, you know what I'm saying? But I still have a hard time dealing with it. So I'm not built for that type of shit. You know, definitely animals. Definitely animals, man. I love animals.
One time I killed a possum though, like a possum. One time, you know, it was like done on accident, but like killing an animal. That's how we survive, you know, from ancient time. we had to kill our animals to survive, you know.
Never kill something that you're not gonna eat. I have no problem killing something that I'm gonna eat. You know.
Right.
In fact, I've let my dog out the truck to try to run down a rabbit.
Mm.
You know, just see if he could just see if he could catch it.
Right.
Before he got hit with the electric fence, but he learned a valuable lesson. That's like that. I said you can train your dog to hunt.
Exactly. I have I'm sorry if you weren't.
That's okay, but it's like I said, you can train your dog to hunt. But there's a saying that after a while, when the dog gets a little older, he gets a little bit slower. There's a saying that dog don't hunt. You know, that's when you bring in another dog and you let your older dog teach the younger dog what to do, and let that younger dog sit back and retire.
Yep.
Because that's a job well done.
Right. And that's a good point. I appreciate your input, man. You speak a lot of truth, man. And one question I also want to ask to the people on the panel. I also hear this argument a lot, definitely dealing with the red pill, mainly the MGTOW community. You have this argument where people be like, because they look at us as like men that complain about women because we can't get women. So in turn, they be like, you ain't going your own way. You were sent your own way. Like, how would your response be to that? Like, by people who always come at us like, oh, bro, you ain't going your own way. You were sent your own way because nobody wants your ass.
Well, you go on if you got it.
The thing is like, does it matter?
Yep.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter whether or not I've set my own way or went my own way. Eventually, let me break this to you. When you send a charge to the starter to crank your engine over, eventually it gets to the point where it runs itself, especially a diesel engine. So when you send a charge to the starter and the starter sends the torque to turn that engine over, now that engine is self-sustaining. The starter is not connected to the engine at this point. The engine is moving itself.
Mm-hmm.
There's the cutoff. You were kicked, and therefore you continue. You decided to walk your journey. So then again, it doesn't matter if you were sent, because being sent is irrelevant. You continue. The fact that you continued means you continued to go. Means you went your own way.
Mm. Damn, I like that.
That's all basically what it is. It's like people say, "Oh, you can't get women because now you MGTOW." Nah, you just have more just respect and more just tolerance, and say, you know what, I'm just going to accept it for reality, what it is. I'm not going to live in reality, and that's what the Matrix is all about. Just living in fucking reality. I mean, living in a fantasy world, thinking all women just going to do everything you tell them to do.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, and I also have another question to follow up with that, because I have my younger sister just had a boy, so I'm an uncle.
Good Lord.
So he knowing what we know about the MGTOW and female nature, I'm very close with my nephew already. Like, I'm very close.
You better.
What age would you assume before I start mentioning things about MGTOW and the red pill? What age should I start like grooming him or preparing him or introducing him to?
As soon as they start as soon as they're able to start talking. When they start talking and they're in full sentences, basically there's a saying: never use words with letters more than their age. Like if they're 4, you got many words that can be used for as many letters of their age. Like if they're 4 years old, you've got 4. You use words that are no more than 4 words or maybe 1 or 2 syllables. As they progress you begin to advance them. But as they get older, your job as a parent or an uncle is to make sure that they're above their age group in vocabulary, in schooling, and intelligence.
Yeah, that's it. The sister let him meet the child though. Like if his sister let him hang out.
I've red pilled my nephews. I've red pilled all of my nephews. All of my nephews understand what the hell it is. All of my nephews know that whatever you do, you better understand that that whatever you do with a woman, you better understand that anything you do can get you fucked. You know?
Facts.
I red pilled. I said my nephew, my oldest nephew is around my age. My brother started pretty nice. Started with pretty penny. My older brother started pretty nice. He did a good job. But the only thing is I didn't have contact with my oldest nephew. My second oldest nephew, I talk to all the time. I make sure that he damn well understands the dangers of these goddamn women. I make sure that he understands that you are a grown man. You better have standards. You better bring home a quality motherfucker. You better have met their fucking mother and their father, and they both better be fucking married. And you better met them in the same dynamic and understand the dynamic of that household that they grew up in.
Got Jinky Show, Bill Jinky.
Yo, what's good? What's good, y'all? How y'all doing tonight, man?
How you doing?
Doing all right. But I was like, I was explaining to them how to red pill your nephews and how to red pill your sons. Like, you know.
All right, keep going.
Like I said, you better understand. Like I said, but I'll start over. I was like, all of my nephews, except for one, except for my oldest, are red pilled. My oldest nephew's gonna get fucked up, and he's gonna ask what's going on.
Okay.
I made sure that I visit. When you go ahead, you better bring home a quality woman. When you bring a quality woman, you better meet them before you sleep with them. Meet their mother and their father. And if their mother and their father are married, you better research and understand the dynamics of that household. Because if you do not, you can get led astray. You better know their household dynamic. You better know how they treat their pets, how they discipline their pets. Their pets better be disciplined. If their pets are disciplined, to scratch at a door, to go outside to take a piss, to take a shit, and then come back in the house with clean paws.
Right, but I gotta play devil's advocate. Well, actually, this is like facts. You know, I know this. I got a friend. I've been knowing her since high school, since ninth grade, high school.
Mm-hmm.
Both of her parents were pastors, and she still turned out to be a stripper. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and their parents were strict. Like they were there to drop her off, and when school let out, they were there to pick her up and take her right home throughout high school. You know what I'm saying? So it's like she still grew up and did her own thing. She's stripping and everything, bro.
How's her relationship with her mom and dad?
Well, she a stripper, so that pretty much tells you that much, you know, or she'll tell you something, you know.
Exactly. Her relationship with her mom, as soon as her dad and mom found out that she was stripping, which inevitably they will, that relationship's gonna turn to shit.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Because when females got all that sexual tension, that sexual building up, and they gotta have it. Oh man,
right? Exactly. They go, man. Whoop.
Now, in certain cultures, the father would pay a dowry. You know what a dowry is?
Yeah, it's not familiar.
You say a diary?
A dowry.
Oh no, I never heard of it.
No,
a dowry is where the father would pay some poor bastard to take his daughter off his hands.
Yeah, they do that in Africa, don't they?
They do that in Africa. They do that in the Middle East. They do that in many other cultures that are not completely developed, but that are still developed. It's usually less than the amount that they really fucking deserve. because that is the amount of that is the amount that they're that is the amount of mental stress, emotional stress, and financial stress that their daughter has produced.
Right.
Now, the thing is, they shortchange the poor bastards. They severely shortchange the poor bastards. Now, because if the dowry is $3,500, and she's causing over $100,000 worth of strife, damage, and fuckery, and within the year, somebody's getting fucked.
Yep. What's your input, Jinky? Give me my man.
My input on what MGTOW the Wind was saying, it was 100% true, because you really have to understand their parents. Because, like, my girl, she had terrible parents. She was a single mother. She had like 3 kids by 3 different men. Like, their parents mean a lot, because it's going to show you the type of training and type of way that they was raised. You know what I'm saying? So that's 100%.
Yeah. I just think this all just basically like, if I gotta act this way, if your mother, you was destined to be a single mother, it's gonna be passed down from generation to generation. Like, you're gonna be doing,
100%. Like, MGTOW the Wind. Like, do you believe that too? Do you believe that? You know what I'm saying?
I can back that up with a story.
Yeah. Back that one up right quick, because I believe that too.
Like, when I got out the Marine Corps, my friend tried to hook me up with this chick that was 5 months pregnant. I was nice enough to say, you know what, I'm gonna look past this for a bit. Yeah, blue pilled. Yeah, I know.
Or maybe you were just too horny, man. That was keep going.
There wasn't not an amount of horny to fucking get me to fucking pregnant. But when I basically all this time she's been basically talking shit. And basically, I said, this one day, I was like, look, man, I got to use this money. I got to keep this. I ain't got much gas in my vehicle. So I got to stay put, I got to stay put. I got work tonight. I got to stay put. Afterwards, I fill the tank up. I can come and see you. You know what happened? She started freaking wilding out, and I broke down and drove up to her place. Ran out of gas halfway there. But I was able to get enough gas to last me till Friday, because I kept the gas can in a truck in my vehicle. I get there, her and her sister are basically grilling me. Now, what her sister did set the pace of a lot of things. What her sister said was like, that's why I hate active duty military. Now, I'm fresh from active duty, and you don't, and from there, you don't talk about my brothers and sisters in arms. No matter how fucked up they are, you don't talk about my brothers and sisters in arms. So she realized that she and her sister realized that she done fucked up. I calmly said, you know what? You're right. I'll fix it. 2 weeks later, my brother's getting ready to go pay his phone bill. My brother's, maybe you should call her up and see if she needs to go somewhere. Like, okay. Call her up, see if she's going somewhere. She needs to be picked up from downtown. I get a half tank of fuel. I get enough fuel to get me through the rest of the week. And when I finally come to drop her off at the house, my brother says, "You gonna walk to the door?" Okay, I'll do that. I walk to the door. As soon as I step in the door, her mother, her aunts, her sisters, her grandmother are all sitting in the living room.
Oh shit! And
I look at her and says, "Yep, that was the second to the last time I seen her. the next time I saw her, the baby done dropped and she's smoking cigarettes. She's still dealing with that dude. who basically can collect, who's basically got a pickup truck full of junk, full of
Right.
scrap metal.
Hey, well,
And
yeah, Midtown and the Wind and me shared a bit of our stories about like our red pill rage. I want to hear the rest of y'all's story, like as far as like the host and everybody else that's on the panel. What was your red pill moment like? I mean, your red pill rage moment like?
Well, my red pill rage moment was like when I just had enough of the simps hyping you up of, like, cause I had a job, and this my manager always talked about this. You gotta
Pussy.
sleep, to sleep with this woman, that woman,
Mm.
that woman, and he just kept irritating me. So to the point, I was there for like 4 years. To the point, I just said, "Fuck this shit! I quit. I give up." Cause when they kept doing that shit, you always get this mean female corporate manager, and she always got to give her input on something like, "Oh, I think all women should have a good man, should love it, we should all just get along." And I'm like, bitch, if we all got along, it won't be no crime. It won't be no more chaos. It's all type of chaos. So my red pill rage was when I really watched the one show, Midtown Hammerman. I don't know if y'all know Hammerhead.
Yeah, I heard traffic. Somebody in the background, like.
oh
heavy.
no, that's me. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I mean, I'll mute him a little bit. And he just like got so angry with that shit. Like when I said, man, you can be single and still be, they got so mad with that shit, man. Like, man. So that was like my red pill was rage mode. And this happened in 2017. Matter of fact.
Mm.
What about you, Jinky?
I don't even know if you can even call us a red pill rage moment, but I was like, I had me a job where it was like majority of females, and they were older women. Like they were like probably like 10 years or 12 years older than me. And I noticed how they would act at work. They would act like complete sluts, and they got men at home and like they're married and everything. I'm like, why are y'all acting like y'all single when y'all are all married, y'all at home? But you know what I'm saying? It was just like, wow, I just really understood about life in general. Like, you know what I'm saying? You think one thing, but it's really not, basically, if that makes any sense.
Come on, buddy.
Yeah, man, and I'm glad you say that. I got that too, like from my job. But my job was like kind of like men, like mostly men, but some women, because women can't do the job we was doing and all that. They think they can, but they really can't. So
they can't. Yeah.
And when you said like the guy at home slaving, waiting for him to get home, she just out there texting dudes, talking to dudes and shit, man. At Walmart, just going crazy, and then come back home like nothing happened. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Shit. Yeah. They act like they ain't committed the goddamn fucking heist of the century, but in reality, they just committed another heist in general.
Right. And me personally, I don't think no female is really single. I don't think there's not one female that's really truly single.
Who said that?
And don't have answers.
They are sharing. Many of them are sharing the same dude.
Facts.
Yeah. I feel like she's always had the capability of still being, you know what I'm saying, of still receiving whatever she wants. You know what I'm saying? Like if she's attracted to a guy, she's not gonna act like she's not attracted to him.
Yeah, it's just.
Let me break this to you.
Okay.
In a scenario where we swap genders, if where men would be women and women would be men, women would still be promiscuous, and men, even with the hormones, the slightly smaller brain, and the freaking menstrual cycle, would do their best because of their experience to be a better person. Sadly, that is actually the sad truth of the reality. Women, no matter how, the women sadly don't understand that of what men go through because they're used to being pandered to. They're being pandered
Yeah.
to by the government.
Keep
They're
going.
being pandered to by other men. They're
Keep
being
going.
pandered to by other women, by freaking and by everything. Disney princess syndrome at its
Hey, you're,
finest, at its finest. Basically, let me break this to you. They only tell you part. To me, I think Disney only tells you part of the reason of Snow White and the Seven
oh,
Dwarfs. Let me break this to you. I'm gonna break this to you. You honestly think that? Let me break this to you. Men have a fantasy of messing around with midgets, right, and dwarfs, right? Guess what? If you got motherfucking women, Snow White and Seven Dwarfs. You think she didn't put a smile on Dopey's face because Grumpy told her to?
Yep.
Do you think Bashful wasn't bashful? Didn't have a bashful smile on his face if it weren't for Grumpy? Grumpy was the pimp daddy. He was the head pimp. You know, Dopey had a smile on his face. Dopey had a smile on his face. You know, because of Grumpy. Crazy, ain't it? And I'm gonna break down. Freaking whatchamacallit. Let's go with Sleeping Beauty. You got somebody who's got a curse on them, who's basically brought out by true love's first kiss. Do you honestly think Prince Charming? Do you honestly think Prince Charming? Do you think she liked Prince Charming? Prince Charming barely knew the broad.
Yep.
So somebody had to wake old girl up, right? I don't think it was Prince Charming. And you know what? The Disney Princess movie of Maleficent, where the dude kisses her and he fails, and old girl kisses her. Basically, that's basically age. That is basically age. And tradition and basically 1950s parenting.
Yep.
As age and 1950. I'm glad they updated it because they basically brought up a lot of bullshit that should have been addressed. That should have been fixed at a long time ago. That is basically 1950s parenting, where the mothers actually loved their children and may wanted the best for their children. Now let's bring back. Now let's go. Let's break down the goddamn Little Mermaid.
Oh,
While we're on Disney Princess. Now let me break this to you. Before she left the ocean, do you think that her fish taco didn't have a little bit of that flounder in her?
yeah.
Do you think that? Well, come on. Sebastian was a freaking adult joke. Sebastian the Crab was an adult joke. Think about it. What happens? Crabs. Yeah. That motherfucker was an adult joke.
I gotta watch this shit again.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then we got not Snow White. We've already covered Sleeping Beauty. We've already covered the Little Mermaid. We've already covered the Seven Dwarfs. Who am I missing? Beauty and the Beast. Textbook Stockholm Syndrome. Textbook Stockholm Syndrome. Come on, you're telling me this old girl's not a furry? Come on. You're telling me that old girl's not into screwing furry creatures? Come on. You got basically some broad with a bear looking like creature. Either that's Stockholm Syndrome or that furry bear dog looking like creature had some good to her. Well, they did make a sequel of Beauty and the Beast. Now let's go. The only thing that you could actually say where I can actually understand of a kind of a happy is Aladdin. Is Aladdin, because they made not only 3 movies but a television series in the 90s of what's going on in that relationship and the dynamic of that relationship. They made a whole television series. That is the only semi-safe movie of a Disney princess. That's the only semi-safe because they actually made a television series and 3 sequels.
Me telling you when that is
I have
kind
a
of true
question.
though. I feel like all Disney movies have some type of subliminal narrative behind it, or like they're trying to give you something. You know what I'm saying? Beyond what you're seeing.
Yeah, I also have a question for all you guys on the panel. I want to hear all you guys' answer. How do y'all feel about dating coaches and
Oh man.
PUAs?
Ooh,
Share your opinion, everybody.
I'm letting
man,
everybody else go first.
man. I'm gonna take this motherfucker Alpha Male Strategies. He's the dumbest motherfucker. Oh my god. This motherfucker said this dumb ass shit here. He said, in order to attract a female, you have to stop what you doing and find out what she really like, and then use that against her. I'm like, dog, that's your total logic on how to get women. Like they make the dumbest pickup lines, like, and this shit don't work. This shit do not work.
Right.
You know.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I'll go. I'll go this time. Now, he claims that he learned this from a pimp, right? Pimps do not let their knowledge go free of charge, no matter what. The only people that they give their knowledge to free of charge is their children, and they give their children just enough to go off of, or their proteges. Now, in order to be a pimp protege, now I grew up in a neighborhood where there was pimps. Now, in order to be a pimp protege, you have to have some sort of, you'd have to basically be a freaking raised by the streets kid, where you're basically observing the nature of the pimps. And basically the pimp will approach you and begin to mentor you in understanding how to make money off of women. And teach you about charisma, teach you about style, teach you about how a woman thinks. Now, the only reason that, even though I was in a neighborhood of pimps, even though that it's the same reason that my sister was relatively safe, as my dad was a very well respected member of the neighborhood. And in many cases, pimps will respect certain members of the neighborhoods if they carried themselves at a higher standard. Back in those days. Hell, it was before then. It was more so during the 80s. But pimps had respect for people whose kids were taught to go places. People who had an eye on their kids, who had their kids' whereabouts. Because I went to this bar when I turned 21 after my dad died, and I got told, like, what you doing in here, man? What you doing in here? Why are you in here? You don't want to be in here. Like, you're better than this. Like, I literally got told that I'm better than the people in a bar. Think about this. By a person who's old enough to be my father.
Yep.
Told that I was better than the people in the bar. So the only people that get that knowledge for free is their own children at the base level and their protege at the base level. Alpha AMS was not a protege. Amos is not the son of a pimp.
Thank you.
So he had. There's no way, shape, or form, in my reality, in my understanding, in my basically understanding on how pimps work, on how proteges work, on how basically passing down the knowledge works. There's no way, shape, or form in hell that he got that knowledge without paying for it.
Yep.
Because they want the pay, they want the cut, they want that money.
Exactly.
Back.
They
want that
know
money.
They already know what you're capable of once you get that pimp game, whatever. But like I was saying, man, like what I know is what a lot of these dating coaches, like a lot of them that have over 10,000 subscribers, a lot of them, they're selling courses. Like Steph is Cole, like he just started selling courses. And the thing about it is they're trying to sell people these courses, but it's not gonna automatically get them girls. Like they think as soon as they get these courses, they're gonna automatically get all these girls and they're gonna be Mr. Alpha or whatever like that. In reality, they're just trying to sell you a love potion. Like,
I got a question.
Go ahead.
How many of them are in debt by pimps?
A lot.
Shoot, I don't know.
How many of them are in debt by pimps and got pimps hounding them, white, black, and otherwise?
A lot.
They got some.
If they don't got that income of these poor bastards paying them that money.
Yeah, man. Like I was saying, like I feel like they're just really just trying to sell people dreams that they know they can never obtain, because you're telling someone to be alpha, you're telling someone to have all this, you know what I'm saying, game and whatnot that isn't used to having any type of girl or anything. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like they're just selling you some snake oil, man, because they know damn well that even if you get the course, don't mean you're going to be alpha. That don't mean you're going to be good with women. I feel like it's all bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Don't
just for them to promote themselves. At the end of the day, that's what I see it as. Like that's why I don't do it, because I know that, you know what I'm saying. Like being Big Time Red Pill, you already know what the outcome's going to be regardless. So why set someone up for failure when you already know what the outcome's going to be?
Don't forget the maintain frame one. The maintain frame people.
Well, that'd be the funniest one, the maintain frame. Like
those are my favorite.
All you gotta do is maintain frame. Like it's hilarious. Masculine frame. Like
those are my favorite. You know why those are my favorite?
Why?
Because they teach it when the dudes finally try to maintain frame, and as soon as they break frame, they're in a world of hurt. They're in a world of hell.
Woo! Say that again.
They're in a world of hell as soon as they break frame. Because the reason why they're in a world of hell, because when they break frame, is because many women have this syndrome of I can fix him. I can fix him. So I can mellow him out. I can be his honing stone, or basically I could be the one that curbs his sharp tongue. I could be the one that curbs his rough edges. And
that's
the second. Now, picture this. You're a carpenter. And you build. Now, this goes into a split section of my mindset. A split category. But you're a carpenter. You've taken the tree and you've made a table and some chairs, a long, luxurious table. You've literally taken your gold bar and you've embroidered that table with the gold leaf on the edges and in the center, and have put some sort of crest in the center of that table. The table, it is your masterpiece. You're able to take pride in it because every day when you get up, you have breakfast. Every day that you come downstairs and on a weekend you have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You're able to admire that table. You're able to enjoy that table every time you invite guests over. Now, on a split section, you build this table. It's a beautiful table, but you're disappointed with it. And now you want to get rid of it. Now you want to sell it. You want to sell it. You want to get rid of it. You want to toss it out in the trash. And somebody else appreciates that table that is embroidered with gold leaf. And now that somebody else has picked that table out from the trash, now you want that table back. But they're not giving that table back. And then, like I said, that side, one side is the man's side. The other side is the woman's side. Now, that woman that threw that table out now has to claw tooth and nail to get that table back. And that woman will not let that table go. And that table is too heavy for her to lift by herself. The weight of the table represents the man fighting against going back with her.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, me, as far as how I feel about dating coaches, only beef, I won't necessarily say beef, but the only issue I have with dating coaches is that they so confident and they guarantee that their advice is going to work for every single man that tries it. And it's going to work on every single woman that they apply it to. That's my only beef.
That's what I'm saying.
Why don't you have the confidence to give it out for free?
Yeah, so how everybody else feel about it? Like because we got like 3 people's opinions so far, and there's like 2 more left, so I want to get their opinion as well.
Ernest,
if you guys have one,
I think Ernest left.
Yeah, I already told mine.
Yeah, I think Ernest left now. Yeah. Well, I got something to add on to it. I don't know if y'all listen to Steve Harvey and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, when I was reading this fucking book, I got that thing like a man book. He said the dumbest shit, like in one of his fucking shows. He said this: you have to do everything the female tells you to do in order to get cooperation, get her standards, her fucking way in life. You got to listen to everything she tell you to do to get her. I'm like, dude,
right?
If you do listen to it, she's just gonna take advantage of that. Like, it's all fecal matter, man.
Facts.
Exactly. 100%.
Now,
give her an inch or take a mile.
Let me break this to you. It's like basically doing that is like maintenance. It's like engine maintenance. It's like daily operation of the engine. When you know about wear and tear, right? Like when I was in the aviation, there's a thing called tolerance limits. Plus or minus tolerance. Like when we're changing bearing races for the axial units, if that makes any sense, like for the shaft, we have to measure. We have to take everything out and measure it, physically measure it with a micrometer, with the vernier calipers, a depth micrometer, inside outside vernier calipers, and then add it. Like you have to measure it in 3 to 4 spots, and you have to add up the tolerance. If it is below the tolerance, it has to be discarded. Now, what I'm bringing out here is like when you run around for hours on end and you get a task complete, you have to basically take whatever sleep you can get, if you're allowed to get sleep, and perform the same task and then some. Now, that's like asking an F-18 engine who has 300,000 something odd hours on it to not only fly out there, drop a bomb, strafe a target, refuel, and whatever ammunition is left, continue strafing a target, land, refuel, rearm, and go back out there without changing a pilot, an engine, or parts. You're just asking for your own destruction.
Facts.
Because even no matter how much lubricant goes through that engine, it's literally going to end up burning off eventually. It's going to end up running. You're going to end up running a dry tank, especially if you do not shut the engine off, because you're wearing down the tolerance of the motor, of the seals, of the bearings. You're asking for trouble. Like, say, okay, let's go out there and bomb and strafe this target and come back. Oh, you did that a record time. Now we're gonna need you to go out there, bomb this target, strafe these two targets right here, and then to come back. Now we're gonna have to basically do this. You're gonna go out, strafe, bomb, refuel, observe, forward, basically circle around for a few hours till you get a half tank gas, and then come back, and then be basically used all day and put away wet. That's where the maintenance issues become. It's when you are demanding too much.
Hell
and
yeah.
That's where many men break down, is when they have things on that list that they can't complete that day. Now the women know your breaking point. Now the women know that you're tired, that you're run down, that you can't do this any longer. And that is when they hit you with the divorce papers.
Yeah. And I know a lot of people that's dealing with divorce right now. It's like going through it and going through the ring of child support, anything you can name. Like they're just going through it straight hell.
And you know why the judge is able to take advantage of it? You know why the judge is able to take it? Because they're emotionally drained. Many of these men are emotionally drained from the process. Actually, from the prior to the process of being run ragged.
Exactly. Before you even get to the court systems, you already been drugged through the mud, pissed off, emotionally fucked up in the head.
And that is why they're able to get the custody of the children, the house, the car, and your dog, and your damned dog. And because you are emotionally drained. You are emotionally drained, you're tired, and now you got to pay child support, and you're broken. That's why many men chose suicide, and that's why I'm already prepared to go monk, to go level 5.
And that's why. And it also coincide with like men bringing women over from overseas, thinking that these women are traditional when they come over to America. No, they're gonna turn on you too, buddy. When they get in America and they see how the women are treated here and see how much liberation that the women have in this country, man, they gonna flip. The foreign girl that you brought over gonna flip.
Especially when they find out the government take care of women for free. Oh, they gonna eat that all up.
Yep. That's how they do it.
You know,
and the only way I could see counteracting it is either leaving them the fuck there, or better yet, it's basically showing them the respect over there as you would respect a woman in America. It's still stupid, even if you bring them there. Even if you bring them to America, it's still stupid. Even if you leave them in their country, it's still stupid as hell.
Facts.
Because he says you treat him with respect, no matter what you do, it's gonna leave. It's what's gonna happen.
Facts.
It's like like I said, the reason I understand the marketplace of many other cultures is because I read a lot. I do a lot of my own research. And I see the difference between cultures. In Japan, it's more along it's more along the lines of you bow. It's bowing instead of handshake. Same with China and many other cultures. In the Middle East, when you say hi, you say it with your right hand and not your left. Your left hand is seen as haram, bad, or basically the hand that you wipe with, the slave hand. It would be in layman's term, loosely in layman's term.
Yep.
Now, the right hand is seen as the hand of God, as the hand of halal, the pure hand. For me, I like to do a lot of research. In France, it's not uncommon to see two men kissing both each other's cheeks. It stems from religious principles, practices, religious and social practices. Now, you bring a woman from any part of the world and bring them to the United States. Now, the French woman might see feminism and say they may have gone too far. May, keyword might. But there are some French women that will see this and instantly fall into Disney princess syndrome. And basically screw that man's life up that brought her there. And then again, there's a French woman that will have seen it too far and will literally advocate and get pissed off and fight for the complete opposite to happen. Like I said, I've never seen it. I understand if that happens because they're just so sick and tired. See, France is a more of a romance culture, it is more, what's the word? I wouldn't call them a scandal culture. I would call them more of an intimate culture.
Yeah,
That's where everybody go to find love, don't they? Everybody go there to find some special someone, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it's like I would call France more of an intimate culture.
Okay.
You know, the reason being is how they talk to each other, how they're more of a flamboyant culture. We're more of a rigid culture. They're more of a flamboyant culture. They're more of an expressive culture. And an expressive, sensual culture. They like to use their they probably have stronger olfactory sensors than we as Americans do. Because we tend to try to mask our scent. France, they like to mix the human scent with other things, with things that blend with it, that make it seem more pleasant. Like if you a French wine versus an Italian versus a Germanic versus an American wine would have flavors, would have things that we can't pick up, but they can. They don't use seasonings. The chef does the seasoning for them. They don't use ketchup. They don't use mustard. They don't use the seasonings to enhance their food. They believe that the food should do all the talking without the seasonings. Henceforth, the reason why they don't have high blood pressure. Their cheeses, their breads are more aromatic.
So it is a vegan lifestyle, you're basically saying?
No, it's not a vegan lifestyle. Because escargots are actually prepared snails, or snails. In that sector of the world, the wines, the brandies, the not bourbons, but the alcohols are used to complement a dish. Whereas alcohols in America are typically used to get an escape from day-to-day life. In America, we use alcohol because life sucks. We use video games because life sucks.
Fact.
We use anime, porn, computers, all this stuff because life sucks, which is not too far different from Japan, which they now have automated technology. They have technology, video games, and all this other stuff because we're not much different from the Japanese. We're not too far off from the Japanese.
Facts.
They drink sake. Life sucks because life sucks. It's at least to give a reprieve from reality because of the suckiness of reality. So in really retrospect, we're not far off from Japan. To be honest with you, I think we should just just say do away with the FCC and just let Japan just fucking pour in their crap, pour in the anime, pour in the video games, fuck the ASRB and the FCC, and just basically get it over with now than to prolong the torture. In fact, I think we should work with Japan to build the technology, to work on the technology. Because the way that things are getting in America,
horrible.
Which is going to be horrible.
For men, it's horrible. For men, but women,
it's going to be horrible for them later on. But for men, to be honest with you, it will be doing the American citizens a freaking favor to just basically collaborate with Japan and their technology to just basically put the final bullet, the nail in the goddamn coffin. You know?
Yeah, like elaborate about that. Like you said, just make it horrible for men. Elaborate that, J-Mo.
The Japanese pander to their freaking woman. You ever heard of the herbivore man? You know what about the herbivores, right? But basically they said where women have focused on their career and they said, you know what? Okay, well, for you focus on your career, we're gonna focus on our career for the betterment for our freaking sake. They've got a Hasinu Miku freaking gate box. A gate box where it's basically a virtual reality girlfriend. A girlfriend that is a freaking AI that learns what you like, what you don't like, your birthdays, your likes, your dislikes, your this, your that. And it's a virtual reality 3D animation holograph. Now they try to do that for the Western countries, but we don't want it. We don't want basically American women fucking the majority of American women is like fucking another dude.
Yes.
And Americans do not typically, American men, especially in the heterosexual MGTOW community, we don't want to fuck another dude. A lot of them don't want to fuck another dude. So we will either learn Japanese just to talk and interact with the Hatsune Miku, the Gatebox girlfriend, than to basically have the fully translated, the fully westernized version. That's why they're sucking at life. Hell, we'll deal with an accent, or we'll learn the language our damn selves. Hell, we might even splice, like literally. I know an electrician. I know a little bit about electronic physics, like through aviation. I guarantee you, I can cut that freaking 200 amp freaking prong on that plug for the gate box. Get it smuggled in after I get it smuggled into the country. Put a 210 rated. I'm not sure. Put a 110 put a 110 volt rated plug on the gate box. Dial that voltage down. Down the voltage regulator down to where it can accept the gate, where it can accept 110 volts, and literally, have that freaking Hatsune Miku talking either with an accent, or I will literally learn Japanese just to talk with it.
Yeah.
That's the reality we live in. They might as well just basically ditch these women on the gate box, accept the fact that American men do not want to fuck American women, and just either A, have the chick with an accent, or B, have subtitles. There's no win-win situation for the West. The West is lost.
Out of curiosity, though, let me ask you this question. Unless anybody else have any talking points that they want to express at the moment.
No, you go ahead and ask your question.
Yeah, I got this for you, MGTOW in the wind. No, I mean, no disrespect. If it's personal information, then that's fine. But how do you feel about sex dolls?
To be honest with you, I think sex dolls ain't going far enough.
What?
I think it hasn't gone far enough. I think the sex doll technology ain't going far enough. You know why? Because you have to scare women. You have to put fear of it. See, women don't like to be replaced. Women don't like to be replaced.
I feel on that. Everybody's doing it. Everybody's into sex dolls. And women wouldn't know what to do after that. I feel
right. They don't like to be replaced. They really don't. They hate being replaced. They said that men are replaceable. Men are this, that, and the other. But when they get replaced, it scares the fucking daylight out of them. I think sex doll technology hasn't gone far enough. I think they should automate it. I think they should make it not only freaking life, not only body heat and AI. I think they should basically be able to it should be able to talk to you. I think you should be able to freaking plug in an earbud in and hear it talk to you and give you a blowjob.
Like an Android, basically.
Like a fucking Android. I think it should be an Android technology. That's what I think. I think that it should be an Android technology because it's nothing more than to scare the women straight.
Yeah, because now they know our options has to go higher too. Our options can get higher.
Right, exactly.
You know.
Yeah, right.
Look here, let me break this to you. I have no shame. If I'm dating somebody and she don't want to fuck me, I will literally find the most embarrassing fucking thing, and I will brag about it. Like I have done research. I've seen AI sex dolls. I've seen traditional sex dolls with no AI installed. I've seen the expensive one. And you know what? Believe it or not, they got furry sex dolls. I will buy the most embarrassing, socially fucking unacceptable fucking thing. I will buy the fucking furry. Just to fucking prove the point that I don't give a fuck. You know? I'm that type of person. I am that type of person. You don't want to put it out? Either A, you got two choices. So which one do you want? You want me to buy the silicone AI, the silicone non-AI, or the furry? Or you want to fuck me? I'm that type of person.
I think right now the simping is so severe in this country that women wouldn't even care if you gave them an ultimatum, because they'll just run to the simps. They'll just procreate with the simps. You know, like a lot of us high value men, we're gonna struggle at the end when it comes to women. So you might as well say forget it and just, you know, do our own thing in hopes to not to change the world with it, but just look for our own gratification when it comes to dealing with yeah, exactly. Just us men without having to change the world, because there's always going to be simp. There's a simp born every second.
Well, in that case, I'll buy all three of the motherfuckers. How do you like that happen? I'm that type of asshole. I literally have no shame. If I can lie and tell you my dick size is freaking a quarter of an inch, if I would literally go to the bar in a goddamn Ford, in a fucking rust bucket Ford Pinto, and not give two fucks, what does that tell you about me?
Right.
I will give you an ultimatum. I'll let you pick. I'll let them pick. So I've got 3 dolls on pre-order. Which one do you want? Which one do you want me to get? I mean, or like I said, it doesn't. Let me break this to you. Either I'm getting some freaking tail from a human being, or I'm slapping ugly with silicone, or fucking a furry. I don't give a fuck. I will do the most socially embarrassing. See, the thing is, what they don't understand is when you are dating the person, what you are replaced with. What many of them don't realize until too late is if what you are replaced with will directly reflect on how much of a value you have left in the end. And that is why I will give them an option to determine on how much value they'll have left.
Right.
You know? You've got the regular non-toxic silicone sex doll, which is probably the best option. Then you have the talking civilized silicone sex doll, which is the best, the silver medal. And then you have the furry sex doll. And if they go into furry talking sex doll, that means that they're fucking dirt, below the dirt.
Right. And I'll go on. Go ahead. Complete your thought.
It's like, it's okay, but it's like if you're below the dirt, that I'm basically, whether you leave me or not, if you leave me, I'm going to and I'm already at the furry sex doll. I'm the type of dick that posts on social media says, well, girlfriend left me. This is her replacement.
Oh shit.
I'm that type of dick. That's crazy. I'm that type of dick.
Yeah. And one thing I also wanted to tap into, or wanted to mention while I'm on this stream, is how I feel, me personally. I feel like nowadays the red pill has been infiltrated and been diluted by these undercover blue pillars. You know, like you have Stolo TV, Alpha Male Strategy, and O'Shea Duke Johnson, and all these guys claiming that they're red pill and things like that, but they're still trying to give men advice on dating and making women a priority. When initially when I was introduced to the red pill, which was MGTOW, was back in like
raw as
2016.
fuck.
Yeah, exactly. It was, dude. It was about like it meant like male empowerment, and it meant like going your own way away from
It
women.
is raw as fuck.
Yeah,
And
it
you know
was.
what?
It was.
That's why I
See,
do my content. I ain't changed much in a couple years that I've been doing this. You know, I've
Mm.
matured. If anything, I've become more blatant and open. Besides showing my face, I've become more blatant and open. And I literally downloaded like literally freaking avatars to show to show this. Like this is a new one. You know, I have a few more that I'm pretty sure you would appreciate. You know, like I said, this one of my favorites. But for right now, I mean, this one I like this one. But right now, we're gonna stick with this one. I have avatars to express my sense of humor.
Mm.
I mean, did I mellow out?
Right.
Yeah, I mellowed out, but in a way I didn't. I mellowed out because when I first started making content, I was loud, angry, and brash. Loud, angry, and brash. And now, and quick to jump on a channel, whether they had 1,000 subscribers or 1 subscribers or 1,000,000 subscribers. Now I call out. Now when I call out a channel, it's in a laid back setting. You know, it's basically proving them wrong. It's basically my experience making them look like assholes. You know, like I will literally tell a channel, like said, oh, like my latest video, I basically said, yeah, I respect certain women. You know,
Mm.
I mean, I'm more likely to try to have something out in a live stream and let the person talk and let them hang themselves
Right.
because
And
because it's like if you let them talk and they try to have a one-sided conversation, I'm not gonna kick them off the live stream. I'm gonna let the world see what type of person they are. And if when they tell me I need to apologize, I'm gonna tell them to look, I'm not apologizing because I didn't do nothing to nobody. I just told what it is. Now, if your girl is this unicorn, is this Pegasus, freaking Pegasus that you so claim to be, I applaud you. I applaud you. I clap my hands for you. I will give you a standing ovation. But I'm not going to apologize for saying what I said because we don't have your Pegasus. We don't have your unicorn. We don't have your My Little fucking Pony. Last time I checked, none of us. There's not a lot of bronies in MGTOW. There's bisexuals, but there's not a lot of bronies.
So JMO, like, what channel were you watching in 2015?
What channel I watched? Oh wow! I didn't start watching MGTOW until 2016, late 2016. So
yeah, did you want me to answer that question or MGTOW in the wind?
I mean, whoever it didn't matter.
Oh, well, me when I first started watching MGTOW content and I got introduced to the red pill, like I said earlier, I was messing around with this older chick and she ended up running off with this dyke chick, and you know, I just
hold on. How old was she? If you mind me asking, compared to you,
late 60s, and I was in my
God
mid
damn.
20s. Yeah, she
God
had 4 grown
damn.
kids. She had 4 grown kids, and
Damn,
I
boy,
used to get
you like them old, huh?
I was blue pill, so I was desperate. I was willing to accept any girl that I can get. I was blue pill as fuck. I was like, as long as it got like a vagina, I don't care at this point because I was so blue pill. I was a blue pill simp, and basically, like I said earlier, she ended up going off to Vegas with my hairstylist that I ended up introducing her to because me and this hairstylist we were cool. I would come to her consistently every week to get my hair done, and I end up introducing my chick to the dyke bitch, and they end up renting the car and going to Vegas for 2 days without letting me know. You feel me? And once I ended up finding out, because I looked through her phone one day, and I confronted her about it, and even though I had the text message, even though I read the text message, she still tried to deny it. And I had my red pill rage at that moment. Like I was semi having a red pill rage because I was ready to kill the dyke bitch over this old ass, the wall hidden. She just smacked the wall like so many times, and I was ready to kill over this broad. I was so blue pill that I was willing to kill over this broad, you know. But if I didn't discover the red pill back in 2016, I would have killed her. I would have killed both of them, you know, and I would have been in jail. But I discovered the red pill back in 2016, and that's back when it was about like male empowerment and male liberation, just going your own way to get away from women, like going your own way, doing your own thing. And once I discovered things like female nature, the cock carousel.
Damn, what happened? He got out.
You see, I think he left.
Damn, he was talking some real ass shit. And I never even heard of him before. Like, does he have a channel?
Yeah, I don't know. He just came in the room. You know, I love him in the panel. It's like a free panel. You know.
Yeah.
You know. So.
He was talking some real ass shit though, man. That's so true though. What he was talking about. Yeah.
But like I said, y'all, man, people make it seem like being single is such a fucking bad thing. Like it's such a like it's terrible. Yeah. You want to die. You want to die. Death alone. You know.
Let me bring this to you. Well, let me bring this to you right before I tell you who the person I listened to first. When you were born, nobody jumped out the freaking womb with you.
Thank you.
When your carcass is placed within that casket, within that funeral, goddamn crematorium, nobody's jumping into the casket with you. Nobody's jumping into the fire with you.
Thank you.
Whatever your religion believes. Nobody's going to jump in with you. But for me, mine was MGTOW Savior for the first and the second time. There's a suicide. There's a Japanese suicide rocket. It's it's a Japanese suicide rocket that MGTOW Savior went, you know.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm back.
Hold on, Sue.
Yeah.
Hold on, suicide.
Am I on?
Yeah, you good. You good. Elaborate what you're saying.
Yeah, but around that time when I started like watching Red Pill, man, talk about hypergamy, female nature, the cock carousel, you know, they just showed me this different side of women that I didn't know at first, because at first I used to think women only wanted to be with one guy, and they were getting dead wrong by all these men who weren't nothing. You know, I was angry at men because how they would treat women. But these were the same men that were like these women would constantly go out there, that they would that women would put me in a friend zone and talk to me about these type of men who they would constantly run back to.
Facts.
Right.
And the bad thing about it is, if you that type of female that like to get your ass beat, you like to get this type of treatment towards you, there's something that's mentally wrong with you. Something that's mentally unstable with you. You know what I mean? You just like pain. You like people abusing. You like people just guarding you. That brings some type of seduction to you, some type of just sexual arousal to you. Like, I like going through pain because this is what's hype. This is what's trending on Twitter. This
Right.
is the norm, the normal.
I think it's just I think it's just the adrenaline rush that they get from it. You know what I'm saying? And also it's the same thing as well. Like, women want to be able to like bring sympathy into their life. They want to be able to run to their friends and be like, guess what my boyfriend did to me? You wouldn't believe what my boyfriend did. And they want that circle of sympathetic women to come and comfort them, and simp men to like, and their arbiters to come and be like, oh, it's okay. Oh, you can do better than him. You're so much better than that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
But she knew she was what she was dealing with, though. That's why like
of course. That makes it more of the fun, because she knows who she's dealing with, but yet she's constantly like getting involved with these type of men and going and seeking that sympathy from her friends and from her male orbiters.
That's why I ain't feel too bad about the Breonna Taylor situation. Like, when I
Hell
heard
no.
I heard about that shit, I'm like, really?
Hell no.
They can, like I said, I was ostracized from the Black community years ago.
Facts. Me too.
I joined the Marine Corps because I was ostracized from the Black community years ago. I got called. I hung out with rednecks, and basically I got my title as an honorary Black redneck. Think about that, because I was ostracized from the Black community. Most of the people that I hung out with in the military were Hispanics, with Latino, Hispanics, Mexican, or redneck. Or hell, even in the Asian community, I hung out with Filipino, I hung out with Korean, I hung out with Japanese. I hung out with everybody except for people from the Black community, because people from the Black community very rarely were in the military or hung out with me.
Yeah, that too. Oh, they wanted to be in the military for so long. I know a lot of people that's got discharged from the military for
dishonorably discharged. I've seen it.
You know, or they just got discharged because they got so many mental problems. I was talking to this one guy. He had so many mental problems he couldn't get through basic training.
Right.
Yeah, because I got ostracized from the Black community as well. There's no diversity within the Black community. It's all about one thing. You're not Black unless you
bow down
Y and Z. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Like, you're not a real Black person if you don't look at this way, or your point of view isn't that way. You know what I'm saying? They pretty much ostracize you for not being in that box, you know?
Yeah. And the box is like so small, it's hard. Like, everybody's doing it. You know,
Fact.
Right.
Everybody's smoking weed. Everybody's
doing crack.
You know, four kids out of wedlock, 4 baby mamas.
Fact.
Like, I'm like, why do you need to fall in this fucking category? Everybody's doing it. Like,
Fact.
And you know what?
No alternative.
You know what the funny thing about it is? Each one of those communities, because I was intelligent and I had something to bring with intelligence, and I was good at my job, but I was a hard worker, were more than welcome, more than welcoming to me within themselves. Literally invited me. I actually felt like I belonged in all of those communities, you know? And that's something that I've never gotten from the Black community. So these people demanding that we come back to save them, to help them. You know what I get to say? Get fucked and fuck a fire hydrant.
Mm.
And it's like that's how I feel. It's like I tell them to get fucked and shove a fire hydrant up your ass, and then spin, and then maybe I'll think about it.
Yeah, man. It's just they're talking about we have to protect women. We have to make them
Okay,
safe.
Hell no.
how the hell are you going to protect
know,
somebody that don't want to be
Look.
protected from their from the people
Look.
within their community?
Keep
It's
going.
impossible. It's physically and mentally and emotionally impossible. You can't do it. I cannot do it. It's impossible. I will not allow myself to do it because I'm
Right.
not. See, the thing is like, I love me too much. And which brings me to somebody who made a comment on one of my videos where I wasn't even addressing the black community, the black women. Basically, this person bagged on me saying that I was bagging on black women. The video I have is called "Now I Am," and I just basically went off on a list of all the shit that black women do.
See, they don't like to be called. See, especially back when they don't like to be called out on they you know.
Can I ask a question to the host and to the rest of the panel? I want to start with the host of the stream. What do you think about the current state of the red pill? Do you think it's been diluted, or is the message not the same, or what's your personal opinion about the current state of the red pill?
Well, the current state of them is, I think, it's good, but it can go hand in hand more farther. But people don't want to really accept the whole red pill. Let's take I'm not gonna mention his name. Let's take another subscriber. His name Money AD, whatever. And he has a girlfriend. So when I brought it up to him and all that, and I talked to him with Tico and all of them, he got very upset with that host. He got very mad, very angry. Oh man, you don't know what you're talking about, man. But you can see yourself million times why you got her asking your question, doing everything for you like a little puppy. Just got her
wow,
you know. So
yeah. So you think it's diluted, in other words, like you think the red pill message is not as strong as it was a couple of years ago? Like,
yeah, man, because it's like now fellas think they can this. I can have a girl now, a girlfriend,
right?
I can have this now. I can do what I want to do with the red pill now. I don't have to really listen to the whole message. The whole message is stay true to yourself and
facts
yourself. You know,
right? Yeah, like people coming in with those, because at first it's like going your own way for you. Now the message is going your own way in order to attract women. Like I was doing fine going my own way without women. Yeah. You know, now the message is, man, you got to go your own way, and that will attract women. And I'll go ahead.
I don't see Money AD as a bigger problem as I see other content creators. If you find Money AD as a problem, there's a lot of short-sightedness that you see. There's content creators that are much bigger than Money AD. Look at the collaboration with Matt with freaking Puppet Dog Mindset and Chris Cantu.
I remember those two.
Chris Cantu is not the same Chris Cantu.
Hell no.
He was.
Hell no. Not
Money
even close.
AD, if you see Money AD as a major problem, that is severe short-sightedness. Money AD, I mean, first off, is he still making money? Is he still getting money?
Well,
logically speaking, is he still getting money?
Yeah, he's getting. Yeah.
Does he have that MGTOW acronym in his name? Yes, he engages with the trolls of MGTOW. And yes, that is dangerous. And yes, he is, but in a way, if you look at it, it's exposing a lot of shit, especially in the manosphere, exposing a lot of people of their personalities within the manosphere.
What's it exposing? Like talking to a troll? Like what you mean by that?
But
Okay,
dang, yeah.
I want you. There's a
Go
video
ahead.
between that Freaky Jersey Tales was on with a few others with Della and Penny. And Freaky Jersey Tales, even though I believe that both parties were wrong,
Mhm.
I don't care. I will like, freely admit, even like he asked the question, "How did your previous relationship go?" I'd have done it differently than Freaky Jersey Tales. Freaky Jersey Tales asked that question. Della goes off. Della goes completely batshit crazy, postal, and freaking machine gun, goddamn Al Capone, and Machine Gun Kelly, Al Capone St. Valentine's Day Massacre
Mhm.
on goddamn
then-
Freaky Jersey Tales.
And Money
Freaky
AD
Jersey
didn't do
Tales,
nothing. He still didn't
Yeah.
let him take it.
and
Yeah.
instead of letting her go and waste her ammunition, waste her oxygen, and calmly asking the same question. I kind of wish it was on this stream right now. And calmly asking the same question after she done wasted all of her ammunition. And I believe in if I ask a question and a person goes off, I want the person to be as discredited as possible. That is how I handle things. I let you rant, I let you rave, I let you scream, hoop and holler, jump around like a goddamn jumping bean. And I want you to discredit yourself. I don't have to discredit you myself because all I have to do is ask the same question. Or just say, you know what? I'm going to ask you this question. You can ask me the same. You can ask me how the same question is. This is the question you asked. I'm going to ask you it. You can ask me it back. How did your last previous relationship go? And if she goes off, or she asks the question like it's typically, and then goes off on a tirade and gets angry, you wait for her to come, you wait for her to scream and get all of it, all that energy out. This is, I don't feel I got an adequate answer. How did your last relationship go? You know, you asked me, you answered my question with a question, and then you went off on a tirade. I am that type of person. The Art of War by Sun Tzu. I read that book. I love that book. That book is beautiful. That book is wonderful. It allows you to change your whole mindset and put the tactical advantage in your favor. AKA,
Yeah.
thou shalt not fucketh with the high ground, with a person with the high ground.
Okay.
All
Yeah.
right.
Can I ask the third person on the panel?
Yeah.
Do you think and this for the third person? Do you think that the red pill is? What's your opinion on the current state of the red pill?
Me?
Man,
No, the third person.
I definitely think it's been watered down, man, and it's not just one person because there's so many people with girlfriends and they're married,
Facts.
and it's really just watered everything down.
Facts.
We ain't got to say no names, but we watch these content creators and they openly are open with their relationships, man. They like, okay, well, I have a girlfriend or I'm married, but I'm still gonna be on YouTube talking about red pill MGTOW shit. Like, dog,
come on, what point is that, dude? Seriously?
Let me Chico Trent, he has mentioned many times that he's not MGTOW, he's red pill. We all know this, right?
I think
like I said, Tico Trent has mentioned many times that he's red pill, not MGTOW. He understands that he can't be MGTOW. You know, he has mentioned it multiple times. So Tecotrend is, in my eyes, is an exemption to that because even though he's red pill, he still gives out hard hitting content, things to think about, you know.
Well,
So
you think it's safe to say that he's more like purple pill if he's in a relationship or whatnot?
no. He's red pill because he's not living in the same house, but he has children. He has
Wow.
custody of his children.
And he can still be red pill, you say?
He's. Let me break this to you.
Go ahead.
He's like, if his girlfriend were to walk out, he wouldn't feel a damn thing. You know, he wouldn't feel a damn thing. Like it's like me. If I were to be in a relationship, I would stop producing content altogether.
Yep, that's right.
I would stop
As you
producing
should.
content altogether because like I said, there's a certain quality that you have that when you're dating of your content.
Facts.
You know, I would stop producing content altogether. For the simple fact is, first off, I would change my name. Then I'd stop producing content altogether. Now, and up until that point, I would do everything in my power to bluff, to discourage, to do anything to maintain my MGTOW status. Do anything besides blow my freaking head off or drive my truck over a ravine.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
And that's go ahead.
But the thing is like, first off, his grandparents red pilled him, gave him red pill knowledge, so that because he was born. You ever heard of him say, "I may be from a third world country, but got standards"? I've met him. I've had a conversation with him. He's met me. He's seen my face. And for the simple fact that his girlfriend, if he wouldn't have went to Tijuana, his girlfriend kidnapped him, abducted him to get him back. Literally, some dudes hit him over the head and tied him up, threw a bag over his head and threw him in the trunk.
And this is a girl he's with currently?
That's the girl he's with currently. Apparently has
What?
a freaking kid. He apparently has an abduction fetish.
Okay.
But he laid the ground rules that if they break up again, this ain't gonna happen.
But that's crazy. But as far as like I was mentioning, like, the content that we're getting today by these quote unquote red pillars, it's like, it's kind of, I'm not gonna say like it's nothing wrong with them having a relationship, but it's a bit disheartening. Like when you look at a person and you expect your daily dose of red pill content from this person to keep you going on a steady path, and you just want this person to be consistent, and then they turn around and get into a relationship that goes against everything that they preach in order to get you to be a loyal subscriber, it's kind of disheartening. It's kind of like, damn, bro, like I'm looking to you for my daily red pill content, man. Like,
I see what you're saying. It's like a rapper.
Let me break this.
Right.
All his lyrics out.
Yeah. Let me break this to you. There's something you need to know about me. If you see my face, that means something is wrong. Oh,
I'm not talking about you. I'm just talking about like,
I'm saying this, like, if you see my face, that means something is wrong. Now, like something went wrong, something is wrong. Like if you see my face, that means I'm with stage 4 cancer and about to die, or I'm basically going through something that I may die from, or I'm going level 5 monk. Those are the 3 scenarios. Stage 5 cancer is something I'm about to die from, level 5 monk. Or basically my life's in danger and I'm waiting for the motherfuckers to kill me. Those are the 4 things you gotta watch. If you see my face, something is wrong. Something went wrong, and I don't give 2 fucks anymore.
And one thing about me is that I gotta keep it a buck. I don't follow too many black men that make red pill content because I know like somewhere deep inside them all they just one blowjob away or one piece of ass away from going back to blue pill. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
just like
hey, question. What race do you think I am?
You probably either biracial or you're just, black.
I'm black, believe it or not.
Okay. Yeah.
I've seen the inside of the black community. I know well enough that that you cannot fucking you. I would rather blow my fucking you. You're gonna have to shoot me before I do anything for them.
No, I'm talking about most. I hate to say names, but I think his name start with Darius, and you guessed the rest. When he first came out, he was hitting hard with that red pill knowledge, that MGTOW knowledge that he used to constantly preach about. Now every other video is about how to keep a woman attracted, the words to say to a woman while you're on a date. It's like, come on, bro, really?
Well,
I know you're talking about. See, I was messing with him. I know you're talking about. I was messing with Darius Mick. I was messing with Darius M and all that at the first. Yeah. And then when I had a one-on-one consultation with me, guess what he said to me?
What?
He asked me, how often do I get a haircut?
What the fuck?
I thought this was gonna be awakening for me, the red pill awakening. I'm like,
what the fuck?
Wow,
he asked me, how often you get a haircut, brother?
What the fuck?
But if you look at Darius, if you look at Darius, he's always just in a plain, regular, dingy t-shirt, and he doesn't really
fucking wolfing, and I'm going bald, and I'm going
That's
bald,
crazy.
and I'm wolfing. What the fuck?
One thing I've been watching also is like Donovan Sharp. You know what I'm saying? He got
Donovan Sharp.
Too.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Right.
He got a white girl himself.
He's actually a dating coach. He's a dating coach.
Okay, all right.
He went from red pill to being a dating coach. You have to pay to get lessons from him on how to pick up chicks. And the thing is, these men that call themselves dating coaches, the women that they're dating, don't even look good.
Exactly.
Right.
They don't even look good.
Right, Mr. Lucario. His girl don't look good. Donovan Sharp.
That is the reason. And that is the reason why I would change my name and change my channel name, and stop making MGTOW content.
Right.
If you see SYSBM in the win or red pill in the win, that means it's something. That means it's what it is.
Right.
But if sorry about that.
Go ahead. No, I'm sorry to interrupt.
But as I said, if you see my face, something went wrong.
Right.
So you said that's your whole sales pitch. You like saying I don't show my face. That's my whole sales pitch.
No, it's not my whole sales pitch. That's for protection of my identity.
Okay.
I still got a few years in the National Guard to maintain my deployable status.
Okay, makes sense.
See, if I'm a deployable status and I show my face, see, YouTube has an amazing ability to be worldwide, and if I show my face, that basically paints a target on my ass overseas, because now they have something to go off of,
right,
to interrogate me, and now my security clearance is in danger, and now my ability to maintain whatever rank I have or maintain whatever status I have is in imminent danger. now they start taking pictures, start doing recon. Believe it or not, they do recon on everybody that is in the military to find out who to go after.
What you mean by that?
Like psychologically. Like here's how I would deal if I were an enemy. Here's how I would deal with a MGTOW content creator on YouTube. I would say, well, the women over in the West are trash. Why are you fighting to defend them? You know, our women over here are this way. They do not present themselves as this. Like say, why don't you come over here and protect our women? Because our women are basically restricted from doing this, that, and the other. I thought about this. I took the time to think about this. Like so they will. That's how I would go after a MGTOW fighting against the MGTOW, especially someone who's as skilled as me. Now, I can sneak up on certain people. Like I like to use the K. Like I said during fire, like maneuver and fire maneuver exercise. I like to sneak up, get dangerously close, and then scare the crap out of them. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
And
okay.
I have an ability to get close, to get bayonet range, knife range, garrote wire range close by using the chaos. I'm able to, I have the ability to low crawl and take over somebody's machine gun and then turn it on the other person. If the person's not observant and is complacent. So if I cause enough damage and they manage to capture me, I would basically understand I would take a photo of the person's unit, the unit crest, the people in the unit, and I would investigate the individual person, and I wouldn't say anything. I would sit on the top of the mountain and observe the most dangerous person in that unit. And if it turns out that this person and the person's face is on YouTube as a content creator of MGTOW, I would make a point to capture that person alive. Not dead, alive. Because I would try to use the red pill to convert the person over to my side.
Yeah, man, absolutely, man.
So what do y'all think about RPM?
Oh my! He's married. Red Pill's married. It's for him. It's what it is. It's like I in a way, I think he made it so that there's not a damn thing the bitch can do. You know, there's not a damn thing the chick can do. You know,
who is RPM?
Red Pill married. Red Pill married.
Oh, I've sorry, I never heard of him before.
The thing is like he got himself. It's basically an embarrassment.
Yeah.
He basically embarrassed his girl, his wife. Let me break this to you. Women take pride in how needed they are, and how wanted, and how coveted they are. When you basically replace them with a sex doll, you take away a lot of value from her. You destroy her value, her pride, her everything that she's worth, you know? And you replaced it with a sex doll. That's why I don't think he went far enough. I think he should have got a furry bitch. You know? Embarrass the fuck out of her.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And if I can also reply to his question, as far as red pill marriage, I wouldn't even consume a minute of his content if he's talking about marriage and red pill, because I don't plan on getting married. I don't plan on doing anything. Knowing female nature and knowing the hypergamy, knowing that any minute she can leave and have a divorce and take you to the cleaners in court, and you're married and you call yourself come on, dude. That's total contradiction. That's like that's what do you call it? An idiom?
He's giving
What do you call it?
An oxymoron.
Yeah, oxymoron. That's an oxymoron.
He's giving
Thank
you
you for
tools. All it is giving you tools. You know, giving you tools.
No.
It's believe it or not, whether you understand it, it's like he's giving you tools to work with, and in a way, in a kind of a abstract way, his wife does not want to leave him, and it's deeper than the monetary. It's for the simple fact is like it's embarrassing. It's basically being replaced. Women do, as I said, women don't like to be replaced. Women don't like to be replaced.
It's just like, in my opinion, and this might be a little bit extreme and a little bit controversial. And forgive me if it is. I don't mean to offend anybody, but that's kind of like listening to like a Muslim that eat bacon. He's telling you how horrible pigs are, but yet
he just bacon?
Yeah, he can't stop apparently. So it's like,
I think
anybody.
I think Farrakhan, I think he eat pork. I think.
I mean, I'm not. I'm just comparing the two. I'm not trying to get too deep into the whole thing, but I'm just comparing those two.
His first, his first mistake was bringing her over here.
Yeah, and that's another thing.
Over there.
And that's another thing. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna let you have it. But that's another thing that I think that really ruined the red pill is when the new red pill content creators started inviting females onto their platforms. Not even their girlfriends, just females that just tune into the stream, and they let these females come in and talk, and then it's like that what ruined it too. Like by them letting females onto the platform, they kind of fucked it up.
I said the same thing because this is the manosphere, bro, and everybody's supposed to be able to relate to each other, and then we can't really relate if we talking about girls. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
They bringing girls and letting them speak on these platforms, dude. Yeah. Like, let's say shoot Duke Johnson. Okay.
There's a video I want you to look at whenever you get a chance. It's called "Mammy May I." It's called Mammy May I. The Mammy May I plantation. You know what a mammy is, right? You know about the history of a mammy.
Slave. It's a slave mom. That feeds
the Mammy May I syndrome. The Mammy May I. And I addressed the thing like that. It's about the live stream with Della, Money AD. What's her the other chick? Freaky Jersey Tales, No Sweetheart, Elder Monk, and a few others. And it not only correlates to them, it correlates to a lot of people in the black manosphere. It also correlates to the black community. Mammy May I. And you know about the black community and how it's run by women, right?
Mm-hmm.
How it's run by a hood ratchet ass woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
Freaky Jersey Tales came up on a stream with me, Tico Trent, and a few others, and he basically was asking questions. I put together a socket wrench and ratchet set. I turned my camera on and spun that ratchet around and says, "This is what you were dealing with on that live stream." and spun that ratchet and showed him the ratchet and socket set and like on the cameras, like, this is what you were dealing with. This is what you were dealing with. This is what that stream was. It was a ratchet. It was a ratchet mess. And Road Pro is pretty good are not too bad tools. But on that same note, you are still dealing with a ratchet and socket set.
Okay.
But the only difference is now you're dealing with the bottom of the barrel at Harbor Freight. There you go.
Yeah. And I also wanted to follow up with this question. I'm gonna ask the host first, the host of the stream. I'm gonna ask him this question. And I also have a follow-up question, depending on your answer. What's your take on the black pill? Have you ever heard of the black pill, by the way?
Yeah. I talked to all the incels. I talked, Ken Trey, Oreo Man. There's another guy. I don't know if you know him, Lone Wolf. I talked to all them guys, Jamil the King. I talked to all the incels and all that. And I feel like the black pill is potent, it's the truth, but it's just also depressing too. Like when you think about it, it automatically makes you like, damn, if I gotta be this depressed dealing with the red pill, I'm gonna be even more depressed dealing with the black pill. Now I gotta just
give up hope completely
for what it is. Like no woman want to fuck me, So that's all. Basically.
Yeah, it is depressing, bro. But and some of those guys, I'm not gonna get into it, but I'm gonna ask the third person on the panel, and then I'm gonna go to MGTOW in the Wind. What's the other person's opinion?
Yeah, I feel just like how Jay MGTOW feel, because like me and Jay MGTOW, we got a lot of friends that are black pill, but we know how, how potent that black pill is, man. We don't want to really touch it like that, because we know how serious that shit is. So
yeah, I mean, it's already tough being black as it is, so you don't want to be black enough. But go ahead, MGTOW in the Wind. What's your take on the black pill?
George Carlin. George Carlin was the original black pill. 1970s, 1960s, 1950s, 1980s, 1990s, up until his death, he was original black pill. But even though he was black pill, he had a wife up to the point where she died. George Carlin talked about government, talked about relationships, talked about all this stuff. It was a satire comedian, but he told you what it was. Exactly what it was, what was going to happen, what was about to happen, how the government works, how the government works with your wife, with marriage, with all this stuff, how the government has the hands on your balls, how the government has the hands on the best property, how they have the most useful property, the most potent property, the most fertile property. George Carlin. George Carlin was the original black pill, was one of the original black pill.
Okay.
And it's like, and for me, it's like, George Carlin made satire comedy with the black pill, and I don't see myself being black pill because I don't have that satire comedy. I have a morbid, macabre sense of humor. I will make fun of my own death. I will make fun of I will make fun. I will poke fun of me dying. I don't care. The thing is, like, I watched George Carlin. He explains how sports brainwash people. How basically football, hockey, baseball, golf, all these other major professional sports are nothing more than a Roman Coliseum. Nothing more than a Roman Coliseum.
Right.
So basically, he was the original black pill. He was the rough draft of the black pill. All these other black pillars that don't say roughly around the same things that he's saying, I don't see them as black pill. I see them as depressed.
Yeah, basically that's what basically they all because they couldn't attract the female, so they just accept it for what it is.
But yeah, they give off some gems too. I'm sorry.
It's like
I was just
for
gonna
me,
get my take.
yeah, they're depressed. They're like, I mean, they're depressed. Okay, you can't get a girl. So I mean, like maybe like I said, you don't. First off, George Carlin worked on his routine. That's the reason why I call him the original, the OG of the black pill. These black pillars, they're not. I don't
Hey,
see them as black pill. I see
Make
them
on the way.
as
Like, what's a good video to watch of George Carlin? Because I'm actually searching them up right now.
oh my goodness, there's so many. There are so many. My favorite is oh fuck. There's basically there's a chant that there's sports chants he talks about. There's jails. There's the penal system he talks about.
He had
Oh yeah.
one video titled "List of People Who I ought to be killed." I'm like,
Yes.
what?
Yes. That one. Like, go for that one first. You will. I died laughing. I almost died laughing. It was because I have a sense of humor that is macabre. I will make fun of chopping a mouse's head off. Be still alive in a mouse trap.
Right. And this is basically my personal take on the black pill. I mean, just my opinion. But don't get me wrong, it is depressing, like most part of it, like like the incel part of it. But for me, the black pill kind of brought everything together for me as far as like all the pills, Like the black pill talks about like how women want the top tier male, and because women be like, looks don't matter. Oh, I don't care how a man looks. Oh, I don't. A man can, as long as he's this way on the inside, it doesn't matter how he looks. But the black pill exposes that those are lies. Women do care about looks. Women do care about all this other stuff. So that's what it kind of brought everything into a full circle for me. Like it gave me closure on that end as well as the female hypergamy on the red pill end and the cock carousel on the red pill end. Black pill focus more on the looks aspect. Like women care about looks just as much as men do. You know what I'm saying?
Do you know a guy named just for J Mo? Do you know a guy named Jody Meeks?
I do not.
Okay,
I need to get up on him.
Oh, okay. You can search him up. He was you talking
about the dude that was locked up, the model. He became a model. His mugshot was online. Yeah.
He said this right here in the interview. He said, my looks got me far in life. I didn't have to really do much. He said it right there.
I'm an ugly motherfucker. Like I said, look here. I'm an ugly motherfucker. I ain't afraid to admit it. I'm going bald. And I'm still trying to find something to bluff my way out of a situation I got myself into.
Right.
I'm still trying to find something to bluff my way out of a situation that I got myself into to maintain my title of MGTOW. I'm literally being a fucking smart ass. And I basically said I'd look here when I'm in a truck. I basically said I do a freaking porn shop tour of America, across America. I know. I literally tell them, I look here. I got a list of all these porn shops across America. I literally I'm trying my ass off, and I still can't get out of the situation. Hell, at night, you know what I told this one person, I told her, look here, I'm getting ready to jack off and go to sleep. And she still won't leave. She still won't put me in the friend zone. I'm trying to get into the friend zone.
Hey man, you making all that money on the road. Them hoes just come back.
Hell yeah. And women do focus on looks, but they will go out with a guy that's not attractive because they want that guy to be the beta bucks backup plan. She's only using him for beta bucks and things like that. And when a Jeremy Meeks comes along, she's gonna leave that guy, or she's gonna cheat on that guy to be with Jeremy Meeks.
All right, she
when
can
they
have the
yeah
Jeremy
right
Mix motherfucker.
right.
But
That's why I
she
said
can't.
like
But
when the dating coaches be like, okay, how did Biggie Small get a girl? How did this ugly guy get a girl? If women are focused on looks, then how did these men get women? I'm like, cause they're the
they got
backup
money.
plan. They're the Beta
They
Bucks
back up
backup
there.
plan, dude.
Look,
You
let me
know what
bring
I'm
this to
saying?
you. The second I hear what the fuck you're doing when I'm fucking, I'm walking out the fucking door. You know,
You know?
second I hear what are you doing when I'm fucking, I'm walking out the door. I don't give a fuck if I got a fucking 10 milligram tablet of Viagra in my system. I'm walking the fuck out. Yeah, I'm that freaking I'm that crass. I mean, I am to that point where I don't give a fuck.
You got to, man. If you start giving a fuck, you get fucked over.
Right.
Right.
So, and there's like, I mean, it's like if I hear what are you doing, or if I come home, I'm not even gonna get mad. I'm the type of dick that says, "Hey, look, man, you finish up. You just finish up. I'll hand you a beer or something. I'll call you an Uber. I'll call the dude an Uber and tell her to find her own fucking way. I'm that type of dick.
Right.
I mean, the shit. Tico got got some Samsonite luggage in the fucking in the goddamn closet, embroidered with her
Exactly.
name on it, and we'll pack her shit and put it on the front porch for her.
Right. And basically what the black pill and red pill did for me is it made me more indifferent to women because it exposes them. It's like, all right, well, I'm not this or I'm not that. So what's the point? So I might as well focus on me and do what it takes for me to be self-fulfilled because at first I used to do things to attract women. I got my first car to attract the woman. You know what I'm saying? I got the new Jordans to attract women.
Right.
And now that I know that, you know, it's way beyond that and that it takes more than that, like I'm like at the point now. It's like it's pointless now. I might as well just do what makes me happy as far as my priorities, you know. And do
Well,
I want a woman to lay down next to every now and then? Sure, sure. But the fact is, and what I've learned, and how I have to re-educate myself with the red pill and the black pill is that you know most things just don't happen. You know, like a lot of people ain't gonna become millionaires. A lot of people ain't gonna become celebrities. A lot of people ain't gonna become musicians. That's just the fact of life.
right, and it's like a lot of people don't have the ability or the talent to become celebrities, musicians, but they have but they what they do have is like they have skills in other fields. Thing is like for me is like I ain't nothing more than a truck driver and a National Guardsman. You know, I'm a human being. I'm a National Guardsman, a truck driver, a brother, a nephew, and an uncle. What I can do is I can stop the fucking brainwashing of whatever family I can get a hold of and convince and educate.
Mm.
That's what I can do. But anything else, I can't change the mind of women. I can't change the way they think.
Facts.
Now,
That's facts.
what they can do is they can figure out what the fuck's going on and maybe fix themselves, which in small pockets it is happening,
Mhm.
but they're not really getting to the crux of the matter, and they're probably not going to get to it until it's too late for them.
Facts.
Now, I started ignoring women in
Mhm.
middle school. When I got to high school, I was a whole ass. I was a whole ass and told people I put people in a psych ward for my words, with my words. And there are people to this day, especially women, that still hate me. And you
Mhm.
know what? I'm okay with it. I'm content with it. Because I don't
Right.
give a fuck what they think. They don't like it? Well, nobody told them to fucking say what. Nobody told them to fuck with me. You know,
Right.
like nobody told them to fuck with the dudes that basically gonna crash and smash and dash and put another put another kid up in their asses.
Facts.
You know?
Because that's why I don't listen to dating coaches when they be like, man, get on your grind, get your shit together, and then you'll get the girl.
Bullshit.
Yeah, well, while I'm
Let
getting
me
on my
break this to
grind,
you. When I get
while I'm
on my
getting on, hold
grind,
on, let me
it's for
finish.
me.
Let me finish real quick. While you getting on your grind and trying to put your life together and get everything situated with your life, you know what she's gonna be out there doing? She's gonna be fucking getting pregnant and doing all this other shit. So by the time you get where you need to be and you get to this bitch, she already used up. So what's the point? What's the point in like?
Thank you.
Right? It's like for me, it's like I can't stand dating coaches. You know, because
And
they
especially when your
say
product don't work. They product don't work.
right,
Facts, it don't. It don't.
maintain frame. These magical free fucking words. Yada yada yada. You need to fucking get some jewelry, get you a nice car, dick her
Be on
down,
your purpose.
curb. Tell that bitch a dream. Kick her to the
Use
curb.
mode 1.
Right. You use this magical soap of pixie dust of fucking fairy farts and unicorn piss.
Oh,
Goddamn.
that motherfucker Kevin Samuels. Oh my God, that Kevin Samuels.
Oh shit. Oh man. I think he a homo. I mean, I ain't judging nobody. I cannot. Matter of fact, let me take that back. I don't know what that man is. I don't know.
Man,
I'm not gonna assume.
That
I'm not gonna
said the dumbest shit. And one is like he said, get yourself a nice mink suit, and you can attract all the women will come and flock to you. And this expensive ass suit. This suit cost $3,000. Come
on. So in reality, you're really spending money for a woman. Whether it's not, so technically you're spending money for a woman, right?
Yeah, technically.
So by following whoever that said get yourself a goddamn Louis Vuitton suit, goddamn Gucci, a fucking truck skin, Kenworth Freightliner skin suit, where you literally just had to hunt down the magical goddamn Corfram shoe and or latex gimp suit, the latex cow, and just basically wrap it around your body like it's a goddamn suit, and basically play the part of the gimp, and get spanked and pegged deep 12 inches by this bitch through your wallet.
Beta
Right.
Bucks Deluxe. Yeah, Beta Bucks
Deluxe. Oh my goodness, we have a new burger. It's called the Beta Bucks Deluxe. Fucking 167 pounds of fucking pure fucking hunk of depressed fucking meat, high on antidepressants and antipsychotic medication. Oh my goodness, this is so much. The cheese is lovely because they're mixing it with alcohol, on 2 buns with a fucking dildo in your ass while you're getting raped through your wallet.
Facts.
Get fucked.
Exactly. And and it's like fucked. And it's at the point now, like, even if I do manage to get into a relationship, understand that nowadays, if you get into a relationship, you got to let her do whatever she want to do. You got to let her, like, you got to be comfortable with her talking to her ex. You got to be comfortable with her twerking on Instagram. You got to be comfortable with her, you know, taking flights to do quote unquote modeling photo shoots. You have to let her pretty much do whatever. You have to, you have to, if you're in a relationship with a bitch, you have to let her do whatever the fuck she wants, whenever she wants, and you just gotta sit there and just, you know, appreciate the fact that you got her in your. You gotta just appreciate the fact that you got her.
Look, let me break this to you. Whoever the fuck told you that goddamn part, that diet water bullshit.
Right.
Who told you that? Who told you that diet water shit?
No, I mean, I'm just saying, like, that's why I choose not to be in a relationship, because I know if you're in a relationship, you gotta let the bitch do whatever the fuck she wants. You gotta let her talk to her ex. You gotta let her twerk on Instagram and Facebook and Snapchat. You gotta let her do whatever the fuck she wants. That's why it's not worth being in a relationship. It's not worth it.
It's called letting her hang herself. It's called letting her hang herself. Like I said, 90 days. 90 days.
Right. That's why I said earlier, bitches in relationships act more single than actual single women.
Yep.
You know, so
Well,
that's why I say it's not worth it.
that's a lot of truth because after a while, I don't know if you should watch this other movie on Netflix. It's a real good movie. I think it's called Fatal Attraction, something like that. Another Tyler Perry bullshit movie. Can't stand it.
Me neither.
Hey, look. Hey, yeah, I gotta go. I just finished my 6th beer, and I'm trying to ride this goddamn freaking shit till the morning.
All right,
I heard that. Hey, nice talking to you, man. Good sharing your insights. You're very intelligent, and I'm going to subscribe to your channel
it's
right
no
now.
problem, man. Anytime. Like I said, I ain't got nothing better to do. I'm on the 34, and
right.
Yeah, this alcohol kind of hit me.
Get some fucking rest, man. I know you're tired on that truck. Get some rest.
Yeah.
I look forward to talking to you again, man. We definitely gonna talk again.
All right, man.
All
right. Peace.
All right.
But yeah, though, man. That's just where every female got something to say in a relationship, you know.
Right. Exactly. And thing is, if you're blue pill, man, you're gonna let a lot of things slide. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna a lot of blue pill men be letting they women have side niggas. And they're okay with they bitch fucking on they side nigga. You feel me?
I mean, you can't be okay with that, man. When you in the clinic, what you gonna do?
Right. And women be openly talking about they side niggas on social media. They be cracking jokes about it like it's a game, making memes out of it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And this new shit they got, open relationships. I know you heard of that shit.
No, I mean it only works for women. Open relationships only work. A woman can only take advantage of that because she pulling more men than the guy is pulling women. You feel me?
Yeah.
Just like I watched this shit on TLC. This dude, it was this couple on TLC that said that they were in an open relationship, and this bitch, like for a week straight, was just coming in with different men, and the dude couldn't get nobody. The dude was going out there trying his luck and getting shot down. And he'll come back home, and not be able to find nothing while his bitch is in the room fucking. His bitch was having threesomes and everything without him. She would bring home 2 men at a time, and he was okay with it, bro. And then it came to figure out when he had his moment of truth, he realized that if he wasn't in an open relationship, she was going to cheat on him anyway. And the fact that because he was lonely and didn't want to be alone, that's the reason why he stayed in that relationship.
Crazy, man. Crazy.
You know what I'm
saying? This silly. Like you did all that just to finally realize she's gonna fuck me over anyway. So I'm not.
Facts. That's why I said go red pill. If he would have went red pill, he would have said fuck it, bitch. Fuck you, bitch. I'm not dealing with this shit. You know, like come on, man. And this bitch going out with no problems, just finding dudes. She go to the corner and to the bus stop and just find a dude and bring him home. And the boyfriend would just sit there like, damn, another one. You just got finished with one. One just walked out literally. You bringing in another one. And dude just was like, he had an honest moment. He was like, man, I can't really do any better. But if he were to go like red pill, he'll be over that bitch. He'll be like, man, fuck her, you know. Well, and one thing I want to say before I leave, and I appreciate you having me on the show. Shout out to you, man.
No problem.
One thing I want to let you know is that I believe in my heart is that black men are the original red pillars. I think black men are the original red pillar because our women been on bullshit longer than any other race of women.
Oh, you got that right. Oh man, you got that fucking right, man.
So we the original red pill, black pill. Any other, the black man is the original pill. Period, bro.
Beast.
You know, because our women been putting us through all this shit. Everybody else now starting to realize female nature. But female nature been showing in our community when the women put us on child support. The women are sleeping with the Tyrones and the Pookies and Ray Rays and leaving the good men to suffer. That been going on in the black community. Now it's starting to spread out in all these other communities. But we're the original red pillars, though, man.
Facts.
Right. We came out in the 80s talking about bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. That's red pill, bro. We the original red pill, bro. Facts. And I appreciate you for having me on the show, man. And you take it easy, enjoy the rest of your night, and I look forward to like joining your streams in the future.
All right, bro. Peace.
All right, appreciate you.